I'm just trying to get an estimate. I don't care how you repair it. I've been in the car business. It's not exciting to me. So I start getting a little edgy, and I'm like, look, I just want to get my estimate and go. I'm not here to chit chat.
Yeah.
So the owner tells me I have to leave my car there because my insurance company will want to come and look at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was an insurance adjuster for that company. They don't do that. I have the estimate, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so they start telling me finally I'm an hour and 10 minutes in. Hey, in order to get the estimate, I need you to initial this thing,
Yeah.
right? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
meanwhile,
So
texting my friend. These
what
people are
finally happened?
pushy.
It sounds like a
So,
nightmare. What
so
finally
I,
happened?
so I sign this thing because I'm trying to get out of there,
Yeah.
get home, and it's an email from them, and they're going by a company called Dallas Family Dent. And it says I authorized them to get payment from my insurance
So what are they
company.
doing right now? What did they get money from your
So
insurance?
they they tried, but when I was there, I went out back as soon as they started acting funny, and I called my insurance company. I said, something's not right. I left a message. My adjuster wasn't available. But they did reach out to them for payment, and my insurance adjuster called me at 8 a.m. this
So
morning
where does this
saying that they
where
were
does this
trying.
stand right now?
Well, they were trying to get the money. They didn't get the money. So
Good.
I just
Good.
want to make sure that people are aware
My
because
God.
I reached out to them and tried to talk to them
Yeah.
and found out they're all the same people and they are shady. They have bad reviews, Better Business Bureau reviews. I just want people to know, don't go there.
Golly. I'm glad that you told us about this. Seriously. So anyway, bottom line is right now they have nothing of yours. You were able to stop the payment and now you're just warning others.
Exactly.
Thank you
And
so much.
also,
Yeah.
sure. Also, you know what they told me?
What?
They told me that they don't do free estimates. They charge
Oh, come
$550.
on. That's bull
And
crap.
listen, their advertisement on Facebook, which was created the day of the hailstorm, June 24th, new Facebook profile, it says free estimates. And
They
so he
suck.
tells me yesterday in the text message, we don't give out free estimates. We charge $550.
You know what?
I'm like, what
I'm
are you
just so
talking about?
look. I am so happy you called. This sleaze brigade. Mark, tell me how many times we hear this. People on the sleaze brigade just don't change. They don't change. It's like,
Well, most of them don't. You're absolutely right. I can think of one that did. We haven't heard from him since.
oh, you think so? You think he might have changed?
Or he died. I guess it's possible he's dead, but we haven't had any complaints on that
But Leslie,
roofer. I'll call him.
really, thank you very much. Mark, who should we take next? Take Katie. Right.
Well, let's hear someone wants to thank us. I like that one.
Katie. Katie.
Hello?
Hey, Katie, what's happening?
Yes, hello.
What's going on?
Well, Tom, I've listened to you for decades.
Thank
And I
you.
never hire a contractor or get any work done without consulting your list.
Thank you.
And I used two of your people this last couple of months, and I wanted to let you know who did an excellent job.
Oh, good.
I hired Brothers Flooring to
Yeah.
put in new hardwood in a couple of rooms and refinish existing hardwood so it all looks the same. It is absolutely gorgeous.
We're so
They
happy.
did a fantastic job. They're a small company,
Yep.
and all they do is hardwoods. But
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's just beautiful where they blended in the new hardwood with the old hardwood.
Oh, good.
I am so pleased. I'm
It
so
is so
happy I
nice
had
to
it done.
hear
And
this because there are so many schlocks out there. It's so wonderful to hear this. We take that referral list very seriously, Mark and I. And if there's any problems, he gets involved immediately, Mark, and talks to people. But we don't get that many problems, Mark, on a day-to-day basis. Who was the other person you used?
So then I was listening the very first day that Steve the painter called and said he needed help.
Yes.
You know, and I have kind of followed him for what? It's been like 8 or 9, 10 years, whatever.
During the recession, he was losing his home. He had a great company. He just needed some help. And we put him on the referral list. We checked him out. We recommended him, and his company snapped back. And it was like the phoenix out of the ashes, and he became viable. And it's star quality painting. He does a great job.
Yes. Well, he and his company painted everything on the interior of my house, all the walls, the ceilings, every door facing, every door, every baseboard.
That is so cool.
Everything.
That is so cool.
They did a fantastic job. It is just beautiful. I would hire them again in a minute.
Katie, you know what, Katie? It means so much to us. It really does. And I'm very serious. It means the world to us that you would call to let us know this because we really need to know this stuff. Okay, hang on. We got to take a break. And then we have to talk to Paul. Paul, we're hoping you can hang on. This hour brought to you by waterpros.net. The best water systems, the lowest prices. If you want drinking water at the kitchen sink, you won't do any better than reverse osmosis for just $1,100 fully installed. 303-862-5554.
Thank you. Do you need him to do these?
Yes, I'm still working. Yes.
We heard that. Okay.
Martino now. Dan
But I got it up and running. Now I just got to troubleshoot so it doesn't happen again.
That's how I am with ED.
Now, Impact Traffic.
And not too bad on the drive right now. C470's all cleared up, looking better out of Highlands Ranch. You got some traffic coming up out of the Tech Center North up towards, maybe about Hamden or so. And possible problem on 225. It looks like northbound near 6th Avenue. There's a bit of a backup in the area. It looks a little unusual. 270's running a little heavy west up through Vasquez, and got a rolling construction crew working I-76. They've been on both sides of the highway in the area of Federal with some slight delays. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Save on grilling season favorites at Whole Foods Market. Prime members get 20% off beef top sirloin steaks through July 21st. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Fix It 24/7 for $39. These guys are going to come out and deep clean that air conditioner. It's been out all winter. Think of all the grime and the dirt and the dust. You got to get it cleaned. It's a deep clean. They're going to spend up to 2 hours doing it. For new customers, that's the only caveat. For existing customers, you guys already know, for $39, you can get a licensed technician out to your house for any form of electrical problem or HVAC or plumbing or drain cleaning. Think of that. $39 for a licensed technician when you have a problem. You got to check these guys out. They're great. FixMyHome.com. That's the number, or that's the website, FixMyHome.com. Barry Miller, Vestera Turnkey. Check it out. You want to invest in property and don't know what you're doing? Good thing Barry does. He's going to find the right house in the right part of the country that's up and coming, meaning maybe a big company is moving there and the house is going to appreciate very quickly. You hold on to it 2 or 3 years, you sell it, you make the big bucks, and a lot of people buy multiple ones after that. You got to check out his program, VesteraTurnkey.com.
Thank you.
Did it hurt?
No.
No, thank you, Shannon.
All right, I'm telling a story. Pipe down. Big bike ride yesterday. Kind of fell off a curb. Didn't hurt, but I didn't realize that I had probably torn the back tire.
Oh, no.
Of what?
Flat tire, huh?
Of what?
My bike.
Oh.
And I was still about 7 miles from the station. Thankfully, it's a kick-ass bike with really expensive tires, so I turned it into a BMW. What do they call those tires? Ride flat?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I did for 7 miles through Cherry Creek. Oh my God. Because
that was breathtaking.
Couldn't walk it. And you know, one of the great, and I thought about it several times during the hour that it took to ride the 7 miles, that I've sort of set up my life to not have anybody in it that I can rely on, or that needs to rely on me. Kind of a good news, bad news, right? I don't know anybody I can call to say, hey, flat tire, can you come help me out? So, had to ride on the flat. Jiggle my yarbles out to, God damn, it was vibrating. I've done dumber stuff, though. I once wrecked a car back in the 80s, and the radiator had blown up, but I was able to limp home by stopping every couple of blocks and pouring a Moosehead beer into the radiator because I had a trash can, a 55-gallon trash can of Moosehead beer in the van with me. Because, you know, it was the 80s. Moosehead. Got me home.
It did get you home, didn't it?
Limping home on Moosehead.
Moosehead. You know, I haven't had a Moosehead. I saw one on the cruise ship. It's probably the last time I saw a Moosehead.
I didn't even know they were still. That's great. I'm glad it's still rolling somehow. It was about the same time in my life I was doing those Foster's oil cans.
Oh, those big suckers. Yeah, they're like 24 ounce, something weird. Have you ever had a Sapporo Mini? They're like 6 ounces.
Oh, they are cute. I don't know that I've ever even had I might have had the big one before I quit drinking, but I do a lot of sushi, and boy, those Sapporos are sitting right there in front of you, you know, the 64 ounce. Oh, man. All right, we're mostly back on track now.
Yeah, everything's working on this end here. I just, it took a while to get it. Mark, is your camera up?
No, hold on. Let me see here.
Whenever you get it up there, I'll put it on.
Let me try. I don't know what link. It's been so long. Hold on.
I swear to God, if you complicate things, Mark, I'm going to...
No, he can't do anything. He's just going to get...
.com, and remember to like us on Facebook. We are Out of This World.
I'm Tom Martino with co-host Major Marc Mager. Boy, did my text blow up about Mark yesterday having that little argument with that listener.
You know, that guy... That any time that you're out of town for a while, it doesn't matter. Like last year, especially in and out of your different treatments and stuff. Right. Every time that same guy calls, for the life of me, I'm almost sure I know who it is. He bought a vehicle that had a cat converter that didn't work. Yeah. And he kept basically trying to make the argument the fact that it didn't work was just like buying it and it didn't exist. And I kept saying, you're crazy. But I'm pretty sure it's him. But what kind of feedback do you get on that? I was a little loud over him, but he was complaining about me talking over him.
As obvious, a lot of people knew what you were doing and saw the humor because he said you interrupt all the time. So every time you started talking, you interrupted and you were, they saw the humor. Some people said, you know, Mark is losing it. And they said something that I used to be the jerk and now I'm the kind one. And that's really interesting that I'm actually perceived as kind compared to you.
You are kind.
Well, I don't want to think I've lost my edge.
I was on a tear last week, brother. I was on a tear.
Maybe that's good. If I'm softening and you're hardening, I mean, it all complements each other.
That's what she said.
Hey, okay. I'm going to move on. Paul has a mechanic question. Go ahead, Paul. Welcome to the show. You're on with Tom and Mark.
Hi,
What's going on? Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Tom. I have a question on a auto repair on a truck.
Okay.
I have a 2005 Chevy Silverado diesel. Has 145,000 miles on it, and I'm the one that's driven it. And I've only had to do water pumping a couple things. Well, recently, actually last year, truck failed to start, and it sat there over the winter. And then I had a couple guys come look at it that were just kind of shade tree mechanics, and they couldn't figure it out. Then I called a more experienced guy. He came over, and he spent hours looking at it. And then he came another day and spent hours looking at it. And we replaced a couple parts, and it's still. I live in Castle Rock, and his place of work is really up in Denver. So he said, "Why don't we just take it up to my house, to my yard, so I don't have to drive all the way down here and look at it?" But he's already looked at it. I mean, he's had several hours to try and diagnose it, and he can't figure out what's wrong.
Well,
So
may I ask an obvious question, Paul? Why didn't you just take it into a diesel shop or to a regular shop?
Okay, the reason is because where it was parked, I couldn't get a tow truck in there. That's why I called Mobile Mechanics. It was parked down a driveway and had some big trees that were covering it, and a tow truck would have busted up all the trees. So there was some. Otherwise, I would have.
So where is it? Where is it right now? Where is the Chevy Silverado right now?
55 in Sheridan area. So I was wondering if you had somebody up there that I'm going to just tell him, give him another chance to look at it. And then if he can't get it started, I want to take it to somebody you recommend.
Yeah, Sheridan Auto Tech. Sheridan Auto Tech.
Yeah.
Can they not find the problem? Tell me, can they not find the problem?
No, and then the funny thing is he got it started one day, and we thought it was all fixed. Everything ran just normal and everything. And we didn't. He said, "Well, let me come check it tomorrow." And we turned it off, and then it wouldn't start. And he doesn't know what it is he did to get it started. And it's just very weird. So
you know what? Kevin has a tow truck that can come and get you and take you over there. He's on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. He's a great guy. Colfax, west of Wadsworth.
And their diesel experience, they could figure this out.
Mark, don't they do diesel? I believe they do. I believe they do. We can call them and find out. But
we can call them, but I'm sorry, guys. Was it drivability like engine or suspension?
It just wouldn't start. It's the engine. It just won't start, and they can't figure it out.
It runs good, and he replaced the alternator thinking it wasn't getting enough juice.
Well, I thought you said they can't find. I thought you said he couldn't find the problem.
Well, that wasn't the problem. That was something that he replaced, thinking maybe that was it, but it wasn't it.
Does it start right now?
No, it will not start.
Okay. Long as it's not internal engine stuff on a diesel. If it's electrical, like an alternator, starter, brakes, that kind of stuff, suspension, Kevin can handle it, no problem.
But does he handle the actual diesel engines?
No, he won't go in and do you can ask him, but I don't think he'd go up and do a full-blown diag on a diesel that's like running rough or something like that. He might do a fuel pump. Let's ask him. What the hell?
Okay, let's get him on the line to ask him about that and that other problem too. Let's just see if we can get Kevin on for a second. And Paul, I do know that Jeff Vick over at Kimmer Transmission does diesel work. And don't we have some diesel mechanics on the referral list? I believe we...
No, we used to have one in Castle Rock, but when, like a lot of companies, when they sold to the new owner, it just... Hell, I don't even think they're around anymore, actually.
Okay, I have...
I know. I do know a great one that I use in Castle Rock, though. They're not on the referral list, but that's where I take my bus, man. Anything with it.
We're really a diesel mechanic, but can you get it to Castle Rock, Paul?
That's all he does.
I've already taken it all the way up to 55 in Sheridan, so I'd kind of like to find somebody up there. If that doesn't work out, then I'll bring it back down to Castle Rock.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to find a good guy, period. Let's ask Kevin, but if not, this guy...
Yeah, Kevin might have a recommendation.
He's awesome.
He might have a recommendation. Paul, hang on a second. We're going to try to get Rich, we're going to try to get on Kevin Calkins, so hang on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. GenesisTotalExteriors.com for all of your exterior needs. If you have hail damage, they can walk the entire property, put everything on one invoice from the roof to the siding, gutters, painting, decks. They can do it all. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Yep.
Now, Impact Traffic.
And not too bad on the drive right now. C470's all cleared up, looking better out of.
Tom, what would you like here?
Oh, I can handle these.
Tom is back among the living. Mark,
yeah,
thank
we're
you.
streaming. We're streaming. We're good.
All right.
And I'll do the repiping.
There's a bit of a backup in the area.
Nice.
270's running a little heavy west up through Vasquez, and got a rolling construction crew working I-76. They've been on both sides of the highway in the area of Federal with some slight delays. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Save on grilling season favorites at Whole Foods Market. Prime members get 20% off beef top sirloin
were you
steaks
able to
through July
find the old
21st.
open?
While supplies last.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm
Online
going to
terms
look.
apply.
Hey, let's talk about a company that has been around more than 60 years. Gravina's Windows, 950 West Evans, started by Granddad, taken over by his grandson, Larry, and now Nick has taken, or his son, Larry, and now Nick, the grandson, runs it. He's an expert. I've referred Nick personally and Gravina's Windows to several people who have given them rave reviews, whether it's windows, 50 lines of windows, siding, doors. They do it all to beautify your home at great value. And more importantly, the warranties they stand behind because they've been around so long. 303-GRAVINA, 303-GRAVINA, or online, gravinas.com. Okay. Repiping is a major deal in a house, and many, many homes need repiping. It sounds like a nightmare, but if you call a company, they're mostly going to call EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Now, Europlumbing is the master, the ones that do it for most plumbers. So go direct to the source. You can even get a price on the phone or online. Start at EuroPlumbingColorado.com. They also have the best prices anywhere for anything plumbing. 720-500-3000.
Thank you. Get that same tool and be able to do the same thing, and go, God damn, really?
That's funny.
This thing has been able to do that the whole time and I didn't.
Lordy.
But, so Ross is kind of that way. Somebody texts in, redheads needed. No way. And he looks it up. God, I'll be damned. They
That's
do.
true.
Mm-hmm. Something about those freaks.
I don't know why that happened, but man, did it work after a while. It was just a pain in the ass.
Dave H., you got to be kidding. Like, have to be a U.S. citizen, 18 years or older, be a resident, show ID, not be incarcerated. There's a good one.
Who are you talking about, though?
Basic restrictions for voting.
Oh.
He probably doesn't like my choice of words. But, like you, he's wrong once again. Would you refer to that as a restriction? A restriction for voting. Basic restrictions for voting for the presidential election. 1, you must be a U.S. citizen.
That's wrong. They should let anybody, and you shouldn't need an ID.
No,
Anyone.
but wait. Is my diction correct using the word restriction there?
Is that a restriction?
Basic restrictions.
Yeah.
1, you shouldn't be able to vote unless you have an ID.
It's a qualification. I don't know. Call it what you want.
Or eligible, but I still think restriction fits perfectly there.
Yeah, it is a restriction that non-citizens are restricted from voting.
That's right. So you know what, Dave H., now I'm going to block you forever. And a day.
Permablock.
Now he's saying poor wording. That's not poor wording. I'm sorry there, bruh. Okay, I'm going to vote. I'm putting a poll up, Tom.
Yeah.
Should I remove
Dave
H? So this one's totally up to YouTubers, nothing to do with me. I'm just going to have to go with the flow of this one. In fact, I'm not going to use remove. Should I time out Dave H? But I should word it the way he would hate it. Should I restrict? Here we go. Restrict. And I'll put that in quotes for you there, H. I wonder if H stands for hemorrhoid.
Stu says to make him a moderator.
Oh, he'd be the worst moderator. All right, the poll is up. We will see what the people say. And folks, I have no control over this poll.
Wow, words to live by.
The people, oh, fuck you. I'm glad you don't record this shit.
You got to record that for him now.
No, he doesn't record during the break.
He only records me.
You bastard,
And
that was a good
I try not
one.
to do it that often, only because I don't care.
You bastard.
Yeah, you record me all the time, Shannon.
Oh, I do a little bit. You are my favorite 5'3" punching bag.
Most
I'm
of them
not
is
5'3".
dragon.
Hey.
Of every game.
You're up.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Marc Mager on the other end. We are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. Michael, what's going on with an attorney, Michael? And keep your calls coming. We do make that a priority. 303-713-8255 or 303-Martino. You can call around the clock. Okay, so Michael, real quick here. We don't want to have you run out of time. What's going on, Michael?
Well, I'm involved in a litigation, and there was interrogatories and admissions sent to me to answer questions, basically.
Yes.
And I answered to admissions denied that I admitted these things, and I just recently found out that the other side is going to file a motion for summary judgment.
Yeah.
Because somebody changed my answer to admit, and they are not my answers. And
okay,
that's a curious situation.
Michael, I want to ask a few questions. This is very odd. Now, interrogatories, I'm not sure if that was the right word you used before the lawsuit even started. Are you sure they were interrogatories are usually to find assets after a judgment? Was this more or less a deposition, basically, a written deposition?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a deposition in an attorney's office.
Got it.
But I filled out the interrogatories and admissions before that.
Got it. And on those admissions, there were certain things that were undisputed. Is that correct?
Yes, that I denied. I denied those things.
Okay, but they're claiming you agreed to them, that they were undisputed.
Exactly, yes.
But how did they get it so wrong? If you said these are not undisputed, in other words, you do dispute them, how did they get that exactly opposite?
Well, that's what I've asked the judge to find out, because I don't know how they can get away with that.
Well, but you were there. Didn't they do it? Didn't they do it on tape? Or didn't they have a court reporter there?
There was a court reporter there. I haven't been able to get a copy of the recording, although I have asked for it. And the opposing counsel is going to file this motion for summary judgment, and I did not make those admissions.
Okay.
The bottom line is I did not make
I get it.
admissions.
Michael, here's what a summary judgment is. Usually, when there is no finding of fact, usually when both parties are pretty much stating their cases and there's no dispute as to the facts, then what they do is they ask for a summary judgment so the judge can basically look at both sides and make a decision. But now you're saying there's a fly in the ointment because your answers are not correct. So hold on. We'll talk about that coming up.
Very nice.
Very nice as shit, ye.
Well, I mean, at least I'm praising you a little bit. I was thinking if we didn't understand what that guy was saying, we could get John Fuller on to interpret.
You know, I don't think I want to do that to John.
Well, if we need somebody to straighten out all the y'alls and whatnot.
All right, I put up my camera. See if you see it, brother.
Okay. No, I don't. I don't see it.
Send me a new link then. This must be an old one. It popped right up, though.
Huh. Okay.
It's on video.ninja.
Yeah. I just don't know why that is not.
I'll kill this one.
Yeah.
This one you sent me on June 15th.
Okay, let me.
About a month ago.
Yeah, let me go find a new one here. Do you have the old original one?
Maybe. Let me look here.
Yeah, because I think, if not, I'll send you a new one, but.
Let me look. So not from June 15th.
No, the one you used before that, the one you used over and over.
Chris, what can I help you with?
Let's see here. Okay, here, this could be the original.
Were you having one?
You ready?
Yeah.
Share. Start. Mute.
Yeah, I got you. All right, let me pull you up. So you're on camera. Don't itch your balls. I'll be right back.
Boy, I am handsome.
You can. He's only going to be here for an hour, so you can sit there if you want. Whatever you want to do.
Hey,
so he would be in the center like our usual guests.
I don't understand why is Wyatt coming on, by the way?
It's really interesting.
I thought he was in studio.
I don't know. Oh man, my camera's all foggy.
I'll double check with Tom when he gets
I don't know
back.
why it looks so foggy. That's got to be something Thomas is doing.
Really?
Because when I look at it, it's not foggy.
Has he put the glamour blur on you?
He put something on me. He put the hex on me, the voodoo, the pudgy curse.
It looks like you have Vaseline on the lens.
About to say.
Yeah, but if I go to my local, it's perfect. I'm beautiful as ever.
I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally got Vaseline on the lens.
Okay.
It happens. Yeah, he's got something going on there. He's got some ugly filter on me.
Beauty filter, not ugly.
Jesus.
He's trying to help.
There, it just cleared up. I wonder why.
You improve your diet at all?
Wow.
Speaking of which, I'd kind of like that explosive diarrhea for about a week or so, from eating the unwashed lettuce. You know that deal?
Yeah.
Apparently that was spreading from Taco Bell.
Okay. I'd munch a taco.
I hate when they blame just Taco Bell. It's anybody that eats lettuce in a bag. You should all go to hell.
It is kind of funny. The vegans are getting kicked.
And it happens all the time. Whenever there's an outbreak, it's always lettuce in a bag.
Now, occasionally chicken and stuff can kill you.
Or melon.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not the same as the
vegetables.
post-judgment.
That's right. Yeah. Derogatories would be like
During deposition.
no, it stands independent of deposition. You can send written requests for
Well,
questions.
I guess we're going to have to stop this poll now. 37 votes, 57%.
And why do you do that? You do that so you can
Say
file
timeout.
for a motion?
Well, Dave. Well, Dave.
And if you uncover facts that are
Here we go.
then enough to win.
Let's see. How long should we put him in timeout?
Or judgment on pleadings.
I'm going to choose.
Did he say if it's a-
This will be the first of multiple punishments to come, but
Like in my case, I would derogatory say to a
here we go.
Please
It's nice
describe
knowing
the
you.
process
Have a good life, Dave.
to make sure that the number you're calling is not on the national do not call list. Another one would be, please let me know.
Wow, look how quiet it is inside the YouTube now. Woo! There's no nonsense going on. There's no BS.
request for admissions would be, please admit that you did not check the do not call list.
It's quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
And yeah, it's extremely dangerous. That's what cases are won and lost. It's extremely dangerous. Everything has to stop in order to answer those correctly in a way that will. But the other thing, Tom, is that's done in writing. And so if he kept a photocopy of the interrogatories and requests for admissions that he filled out and returned, that should settle the matter, whether or not they change the answers.
I know.
You should have kept a copy.
I know.
Now, the thing that was videotaped, that's
the deposition. Yeah.
Abolish. Please abolish ICE.
No. Not until we even the score somehow. I mean, a lot of innocent people have died at the hands of. So, scoreboard.
Hey, is Alligator Alcatraz still working? They still got rooms available.
Well, they had to switch to Hungry Hippos because of a Hasbro tie-in, so they got rid of the alligators. Now it's hippos out there. I love the Hungry Hippos.
I like this Bayfield. He says 8 months. You know what? I'm going to reward him. I am going to reward him. Bam. He has now been rewarded. I like Bayfield. 8 months. Good one.
I have a great update on the AutoNation call. I'm just hoping to get her on the phone. 713.
Now, Bayfield, if Dave H. gets mouthy, you're in control. Look at that. Look at that. Look how that works. And Capone, I'm not going to swear. What are you talking about?
Is it 713-255?
All right, you guys ready for a modicum of magic?
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK is our number. 713-8255. By the way, this hour brought to you by Martino Capital, the company I started to help people like myself who were sick and tired of the advisory industry. Basically, investment advisors don't really advise people. Not really. They make middleman fees and they shuttle your money off to large advisors in generic portfolios. We do direct portfolio management each and every day for each and every client. Everyone who has reviewed with us has decided to come with us. That's just a fact. And you might want to find out why. Just call us, 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. This is a passion of mine, martinocapital.com. And we have dedicated a team to helping people as I've been helping people for 50 years. And now I'm turning my attention to investments and keeping your nest egg safe and helping it grow and helping you prepare for retirement. That's 303-771-HELP or martinocapital.com. I'm here with my compadre, Marc Mager. Marc Mager, we're talking about a number of issues, and one of them is this thing with a lawsuit. He was involved in a lawsuit, and now the opposing attorney is asking for a summary judgment. In law, summary judgments are asked for, or a motion for summary judgment is made when there's no dispute of fact and they don't have to go on a fact-finding mission or they don't have to examine evidence. Usually that's done through a conclusion after a deposition or after admissions. So if you make admissions, you answer questions, or you don't dispute certain things, and if it's black and white, the opposing attorney will often say, well, Judge, here it is. I mean, it's pretty plain that we can have a summary judgment. In fact, judges like summary judgments, but they're very rare because there has to be a true cut and dry decision based on the submitted facts, the submitted admissions. Once you dispute something, it's no longer admitted, and it's not then there is a question of fact. So very seldom will you have a summary judgment when the facts are in dispute. Okay, so a summary judgment is a pretty drastic thing, but it's also usually not a surprise. I hesitate to give an example, but it's like if there were a certain number of days involved that you had to contact someone, for example, and let's say it was 100 days. I'm just giving a stupid example here. And you admit you did not do it within the 100 days. And the person who's suing you says you did not do it within 100 days. You both are agreeing that you were outside the time. So therefore, they would ask for a summary judgment. He wasn't within the time. Now, you may think, well, yeah, I went beyond 100 days, but I had a good reason. But that may be outside of the purview of the case being litigated. So they will simply make a decision based on the facts of the case. In this case, Michael is saying that they are taking so-called admissions he made and using that to file for a summary judgment. But he is saying that those admissions are inaccurate. Now,
he's actually going a step further and saying someone changed his answers.
Yeah, now that's what I want to know. Michael, are you saying they actually changed your answers?
Yes.
So Deputy D had an observation being involved in a lot of these. What was your observation, D?
Michael and Tom, both interrogatories and requests for admissions are answered in writing, not verbally during deposition. So if Michael answered these and submitted them timely,
he has a copy.
He has a photocopy. Michael, isn't it true? Shouldn't it be cut and dried? Here's your copy of your answers, and here's what they filed, and they falsified the document. Do you have this in writing?
I do, and that's been submitted to the judge.
So then I doubt they'll give them a summary judgment.
Right. So when they look at your answers and then they look at the ones the other attorney submitted, you can actually, what did they cross out your words, or did they simply retype it all and sign your name to it? How did they do it?
Well, I don't think they signed my name, but they did retype it. It's typed up. I did it in longhand.
Yours was in longhand, and when they typed it up, they totally changed the meaning.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Tom, this is an extremely serious transgression on the part of the opposing counsel.
You lose your license over that.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe an attorney would do that.
It's very difficult to believe that, because everything that even if the attorney didn't retype it incorrectly, the attorney, when filing this, had to sign the filing, and he or she attests to the accuracy and truthfulness of what's being filed. She or he is going to be held responsible for the untruthful filings, whether she or he is the one who actually wrote it. Michael, do you have money for an attorney? Because this sounds like you're in district court, right?
Well, my attorney was present when the deposition was taken and all this happened. And since I've raised my concern that my answer was changed, my attorney withdrew from the case.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Your attorney withdrew when you said your answers were changed?
Exactly. Yes.
So your own attorney didn't believe you.
Why? If you...
And
I don't understand
the judge let him withdraw. The judge let him withdraw.
Did it have anything to do with not paying his bills? You know, if an attorney is going to withdraw in mid-case, he's going to have to present a reason for withdrawing.
Give me an example. Give me a specific example where you answered an interrogatory and they changed it.
Okay, is this your signature? And I said, no, denied.
Is what your signature? Like on a
document they showed him.
And you said it wasn't.
Well, the question that they asked was an invalid question.
What's that got to do with your answers getting changed, though?
There's no such thing as an invalid question.
So, yeah.
When the deposit or the admission said, if you answer yes, but if you answer no, explain. And I answered no, and I had a 2-paragraph explanation under that no, and my no and those 2 paragraphs disappeared, and it turned into admit.
Oh, man.
The attorney said under that question, is this your signature? The attorney wrote that you admitted it was.
Send a picture of that over to us. I'd love to see that.
But I don't understand why your attorney would quit after seeing it.
Because he's hard to deal with. It's got to be that. Why else would it be or he doesn't believe him?
I mean,
well, he withdrew because he said in his withdrawal that we had reached an impasse between me and him. And I told him, I said, Mr. Grouse, you have to produce my answers to this admission, and that's not, it's either my attorney changed it or the other attorney or somebody in their office, but like you said, they're responsible. And
do you have a copy of both? Do you have a copy of what the court has and a copy of what you have? Can you send us the difference?
Well, the copy of what I have is in my attorney's office, and he won't release it.
Oh, that's not. No, he has to release your records. What do you mean he won't release it?
He won't, and I have a motion that I did myself after.
There's way more to this, guys.
Yeah, there's something wrong here. What are you being sued for, Michael?
It's a foreclosure.
What are they foreclosing on?
A house that I'm trying to build.
And are they foreclosing for non-payment?
Yes.
And where is the facts? Where do they alter the fact that you didn't pay? Did they ask if it was your signature on the construction loan?
No, it was my. Yes.
And you never signed a construction loan?
Well, the construction loan was done because the bank's loan officer paid $80,000 to the builder to put a roof on the house, and the builder did not put a roof on the house and absconded with $80,000. And so that put me in a really bad place, and I had to go get another builder to put the roof on the house. And now the bank wants me to pay them back that $80,000 they paid to the builder, and I'm not going to pay the bank the $80,000.
But where does the signature come in? Where does the signature come in?
After all of this happened about the roof, the construction loan ran out. So the bank, to try to help me out because their officer paid this money out, offered me a new construction loan to make up. Instead of getting the $80,000 back, they were going to lend me some more money. So it was a second construction loan on the same house, and but at the same time, I had a lawsuit going on against the bank because their loan officer paid out this money and didn't go and see that the roof wasn't on the house. But actually that builder did a lot of.
I think I understand what's going on.
Michael, I just want to say one thing before we move on. You're not going to win this without an attorney who believes you. You're going to have to get an attorney. You can't do this on your own. You're going to lose. Okay. You can't do this on your own. I have a feeling that there are a lot of things we're not hearing about this case. It is very unlikely for an attorney to simply withdraw from a case because they're at an impasse with their client. What were you going to say?
Furthermore, just a general observation, which I think it goes beyond the falsified documents or signature allegations. I don't think there's ever been a foreclosure action in which a pro se defendant didn't get smoked, usually long before the key hearing. So Michael's only hope is to scrape together enough money to engage an attorney to defend him in this, if it's even defensible. Do you know if Brad O'Brien does foreclosure defense?
No, he doesn't do litigation.
Okay.
He doesn't do litigation. He just does procedural law.
Yeah.
So you really need someone who knows what they're doing, Michael. I don't know what you were hoping we could do, but I will tell you that if they're going for a summary judgment, you have a right to, of course, make your motion to oppose it. And in your motion to oppose it, you can simply talk about the interrogatories were changed and show your originals. I mean, a judge is going to read all of that.
And by the way, if it's true that some opposing law firm did this,
I don't think they did.
Then the attorney fees that Michael is going to spend fighting the allegedly falsified documents are totally recoverable, like immediately in mid-case.
Yeah, but Michael, this foreclosure ultimately, where is the house right now?
It's in McDaniels, Kentucky.
Is it completed?
No.
Is it near completion?
About 60%.
And is it worth what you have in it? Will you be able to sell it for a profit?
I don't know. I've got it insured with State Farm for $1.6 million.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. What I'm asking you is for what you have invested and what you will have invested after it's finished, will you be able to sell it for what you have invested?
Yes. I don't, yes.
And you'll be able to make a profit?
I think so, yes.
Okay, but meanwhile, you're being foreclosed on for non-payment.
Correct.
And how long has it been since you paid?
About 3 years.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, you got a problem. Yeah, we can't help you here. You need to get into, when do you go to court? When's your next appearance?
I'm not sure. I made an appearance last Wednesday, and the judge gave me an order to produce an affidavit from the builder that put the roof on the house. And I did that. That was turned in yesterday. I have produced a lot of stuff that the judge asked me to do. I've done everything that he asked me to do. And
have you
the best offer that I've had from an attorney to take over for the one that left is a $100,000 retainer. And that's a retainer prepare for monthly bills. I do not have $100,000. If I just don't have $100,000.
Hey, Dimitri, how about that guy you know?
Well, every guy I know doesn't practice in Kentucky.
Yeah, this is in Kentucky. Michael, this is a shame because I don't know why your attorney left you, but that's a serious problem. If an attorney said they couldn't come to an agreement with their own client, that means that your attorney, in code, what that means is your attorney doesn't believe you. That's really what it means.
And
we got a break, brother.
Yeah, we got to take this break. I really, all we can tell you is you better find an attorney. And if you don't have the money, you are going to lose, Michael. I don't know what else to tell you. You're going to be outmaneuvered. And I don't even know what the actual issues are. I'd love to read the lawsuit. If you could give us a copy of it, that would be great. At least to have somebody read it. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, will do a complete valuation of your home to tell you what it will sell for on the open market. This is a valuable, detailed service, free of charge with no obligation. Find out, what will your house sell now in this market? 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Yep.
Heads up, Colorado, the clock is running. On August 1st, Colorado's new gun law, SB 25-003, changes the rules. If an AR, an AK, or a similar semi-auto rifle has been on your list, waiting will cost you. After August 1st, buying one means a sheriff's permit, a safety course, and a written exam first. Before then, no permit, no course, no exam. Just the standard 3-day wait. Don't put it off. Start now. Triple J Armory, South Park Lane in Littleton. TripleJArmory.com.
Gravina's, you know what they have? They have 50 lines of windows. That is an incredible selection, and it means that you're not going to be sold just one. Beware of companies that only have one line. They have multiple lines of siding and doors as well, and they look to make your house beautiful, energy efficient, and low to no maintenance. That's 303 Gravina, in business 65 years, 950 West Evans, a company that we have come to know and trust. They've even trademarked their name, Gravina. That's Gravina, 950 West Evans, 303 Gravina, or gravinas.com.
We got a free movie event I want you to get signed up for. It's coming up quick, July 23rd. That's a Thursday. It's at 6:30. Tickets are 100% free. In fact, concessions are also provided. It's at the Imagine Parker Theater. That used to be the AMC in Parker. They redid the whole theater. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely gorgeous. And the movie you're going to absolutely love, The Retirement Deception. It exposes the truth about retirement success. You're going to learn a lot about retirement in this, but get signed up. You can watch the trailer as well at mymoneymovie.com. Go there right now. Get signed up. Watch the trailer. We look forward to seeing you. mymoneymovie.com.
Well, and there's why I didn't buy the gun. Right there.
Sandman. Tom, we have an interesting update on yesterday's AutoNation's call.
On which one? AutoNation?
See the outbound?
Let me put it down here. AutoNation follow-up.
It's on call screener, and you see Carol. That was an outbound call.
Okay.
And she and I are both ready to update you.
I'm ready to upsell you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Bo was in the studio.
Hey, Bo.
We didn't know either. It's dark in there, and we can barely see him.
I crawled in on all threes.
You can see the meat stick sticking
He did come in
up.
during the last very long segment. So
no, I saved you a meat stick, D.
Thanks, Bo. I love those meat sticks.
Just one.
Oh, that's all I need.
M-E-A-T or M-E-E-T? That's different.
Yeah, yes it is.
Just when you meet...
Hey, do you ever heard of Delton?
Yeah.
Is that any good or what?
It's a value-priced brand.
What does that mean?
It's a value-priced brand, Tom, of an AR-style rifle.
It's by far not the cheapest, but it's definitely not close to the expensive.
No, I mean, if you want to look at some super high-quality ones, I'll take you. Okay.
How about a Daniel Defense?
How about something? What would you buy under $1,000?
A nice.
Is this for home protection?
Just for everything. I mean. I can help you find something, but
for squirrel hunting,
a Nerf gun.
Yeah, I'm busy. You can finally schedule with my calendar.
For squirrel guns.
Bear Creek.
Okay. No. Stick with the brands like Daniel Defense, Colt.
Make it just possibly the worst.
Why though?
Well,
they have very high quality parts made here in the U.S. as opposed to China, and they're well put together. They're by people who know how to put them together correctly. They're not just slapped together out of Chinese parts to make a cheap product.
That Daniel Defense looks like a nice bang bang.
You won't get much better than that.
What is it?
Daniel Defense.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri, what's wrong with the old style Colt ARs?
That's what I would go for.
I mean, I'd go with a brand.
The used.
Holy shit! Talk about jumping price.
There's
it went from 400 to 2,000
easily. Easily. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's worth it. Mark,
Shannon,
what's
are
an
you-
extra 1,600 for you?
I'll rarely use it. Occasionally, I'll shoot it out my backyard.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you'll
that's
use
about
it
it.
at least once.
Well,
for
Mark,
something
I
very
just
important.
want to stick it to the man.
Oh yeah. I'll send you an email with some suggestions.
How about a Sig Sauer?
Oh yeah.
Well, you got to be careful with those. Most of them have proprietary parts, so I would never touch a Sig.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And my problem with that
it's
is
cheaper than that Daniel's son.
Oh yeah. Well, Daniel's.
Daniel's son.
But like Hank, King of the Hill, old Hank and them said, how are you supposed to shoot somebody if you don't have a gun?
You don't need a gun.
Mark, you only have a few days left.
Hey, Axe.
He's on the phone.
Okay.
Did you need him right now?
No, there's a guy that he sent me an email about a guy in a refrigerator, and I'm not sure what it goes back to.
Oh, we're done talking
And
about
it's not the
refrigerators.
bulging refrigerator.
That's what I opened up with.
Okay, got it.
All right, here's a Smith and podcasts.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. RenewHomeInnovations.com. The best walk-in showers, Italian porcelain, imported direct to you, custom made in 1 or 2 days. You have a year to pay with no interest and no payments. Beautiful showers, the best prices for your porcelain, Italian porcelain, and it's all custom, okay? It's RenewHomeInnovations.com. Take away that ugly tub and shower and get this beautiful combination walk-in shower. This is RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. Now, this thing with the lawsuit again, people, there is a time to screw around. There's a time not to screw around. And a lot of times people hang on to technicalities that don't help lawsuits. And I think his attorney was probably figuring, look, you're splitting hairs here. We got to get to the big issue. And there was a falling out. Whenever you have an attorney who withdraws from a case, it is a red flag, really a red flag, especially if it was not for non-payment. That's where the issue comes in. Chris, you have an IRS issue. What's going on, Chris? What can we do for you?
Yes, hello, Tom.
Yes, what's happening?
I've been, I filed my return February 2024.
You filed for 2025?
No, for 2024.
You filed your 2024 taxes in January of this year?
No, I filed them on time in 2024 in February.
Okay, got it. Okay. So in February of 2024, you would have filed your 2023 taxes.
Okay, then you're right. I messed up. I filed my 2024 taxes on time, which would have been 2025, I guess.
Yes, in January of 2025. So what's going on?
Well, I haven't been able to get my refund. And originally, I got the standard notices, we see an issue, give us 60 days, yada, yada, yada.
Huh.
And then I just kept getting those. And I got a total of 5 of them. So, of course, I called them to see if I could get any information. They really couldn't give me any
How much of a
information.
refund do you have coming? How much of a refund?
It's around $10,000.
Nice.
Well, and you have no reason as to why?
Well, after probably 30 calls and all this stuff, I did find out the reason.
Yeah.
Which is, with that filing, I had a contract job that I worked a few months with, and the job was done, got paid, but they didn't pay me my last 2 weeks' payment, and that took a few months to get. So in the meantime, I got the regular W-2 they send for payment. But when they sent my check for that final 2 weeks, all I got was a stub. I never got any other W-2 from them, so I included that stub in my income. But come to find out, the issue is, and this is according to the IRS, was I included that information, but the company who I worked for did not include that final 2 weeks payment, and that company has gone bankrupt.
Okay, so you actually showed more income than that company claimed to have paid you.
Correct.
And so the IRS is saying you technically did not get paid that income.
Yeah, well, they can't get. Well, they have my stub. I mean, it shows I got paid. Apparently, they either haven't or haven't been able to contact the now bankrupt company to get.
Yeah, I understand.
The
How much of
from
your
them.
refund? How much of your refund comes from that check?
Not a lot. I think the check was for $4,000 for 2 weeks, 2-week payment.
Okay, so on the $4,000, if you simply did a 1040X or did another return and did not include that, how would it affect your refund?
Not a lot. Total withholdings for the $4,000. It might affect it a couple $100, I think.
Well, have you ever thought of doing this? You know, there are times when you actually are better off going with what the IRS has rather than what you have. Because if the IRS does not show you receiving that money, it's going to screw them up. And if they can't make it agree, then it's going to hang things up. And sometimes it's better to amend your tax return to agree with what the IRS is showing. And literally just do it that way, and then you get your refund. And then later on, if they come to you and say, by the way, you have some unreported income, you can always deal with it then. But most likely, that income will never show up. That's because the IRS the company probably went out of business. Their books were all screwed up, and the IRS never ever got that as income tied to your Social Security number. So that's what you might want to do a 1040X and just redo the entire return as a substitute. Not a correction, but a substitute. Or it could be a correction as well. And then just show the numbers as you originally had them without that stub. That has happened. That has worked in the past. Have you actually talked to someone at the IRS? Have they told you where it stands right now?
The only information I got from them was those regular letters, and they stopped a long time ago. The last person I actually talked to was the one that gave me this information.
And what is this information? What did they actually say?
They're the one who said, "Oh, I see the issue. You're showing 4,000 more."
Yeah. Listen, man.
Earned.
I'm telling you, Chris. I'm telling you, you're knocking your head up against the wall. Here's what you're asking the IRS to do. The IRS has to reconcile your income to what they show. They're going to have to contact people from the bankrupt company, and no one from the bankrupt company is going to come forward. And you're going to be caught in this wheel. It's in this circle. It's not going to resolve itself. You're just going to be spinning your wheels. If you simply filed a 1040X and not include that, it will agree with the IRS and it will be processed. Then you can show, if it ever does come back, you can then just deal with it. But I'm telling you that it's the easiest way to take care of it. Don't try to make them reconcile anything, because it's going to take you too long. In fact, I don't think they'll ever reconcile it. Have you been able to contact the previous company?
No.
Now, were these checks made as W-2 checks or as just 1099 kind of checks?
I actually got a W-2 from them. It's just this final check that I had to argue with them
But
about.
on the W-2, it doesn't show the final check, does it?
No, it doesn't.
See, there's your problem. You asked what I would do. That's what I would do. I would do a 1040X. I would amend it completely and say that that was put down in error. And then you can always tell the IRS you thought that money was included in that W-2, and that's it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Bob with a collection agency. Bob, if you could hold on, I need to take this break, and we'll come back and talk about this.
No problem.
We'll talk about this collection agency problem. DenverRegen.com, they do testosterone replacement for men. They do hair growth for men, both regular surgical hair growth and stem cells, and they do regular stem cell for pain. DenverRegen.com.
Yep. Oh, did I write anything? I've been busy.
Fax HD2 Denver.
I gotta fix it. I gotta scroll down.
Just tell me who and I'll do it.
I'm looking it up.
Go ahead. Now.
Fix it and Sheridan.
Quiet right out here.
Just tell me kills me because I don't even know yet.
All right.
Really not in.
Thank you.
Point I-70 looks real good.
I'll
There
get
is
to
some
you.
slowing from Colorado west over to Brighton and 270 both directions, a little on the heavy side. Looks like a little slow and go there, as well as I-25 is coming in and out of downtown. No rock scaling today, no closure on I-70, but US 6 west of Golden up near Tunnel 1. There are delays there with that ongoing project. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Listen closely. You hear that? That silence is the truth the media is hiding from you. Red Pilled America will tell you the whole story. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Okay, Fix It 24/7, an incredible company for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. I call them to my home, and you can get them to your home. Listen to this. They're still doing that incredible Extreme Clean Tune and Check, a refurbishment of your AC system. Now, if you're having issues, call them. For $39, they go through the entire system, and if you do have any problems, they'll identify them for sure. But most of the time, all you need is this great refurbishment. But listen, if you ever need a replacement of anything, you get free second opinions at great deals. Remember, free second opinions or the refurbishment of your AC for just $39. That's fixmyhome.com. Fixmyhome.com. Sheridan Auto Tech, we've heard today from people who would have benefited from this used car checkout that Sheridan offers for around $120. They go through the entire car and the computer history, so nothing is hidden from them. SheridanAutotech.com. They also do regular repairs and maintenance, including electrical issues. They're on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. If you want honesty and value, longevity, and everything, convenience, everything you need, you have it at SheridanAutotech.com. That's where I take my car. You don't have to go to a dealer, even with newer cars. Save money, 303-455-7242.
Thank you very much. It's wiggling. Now something's wrong. And I get off and I go, oh, God. So
Mark, I sent you an email with some options.
Options on
Getting a new AR before the law goes into effect.
What's the new law?
Oh, shit. You have to get a sheriff's permission to buy a rifle. You have to take approximately
a regular rifle or an AR?
Any semi-automatic rifle with a detachable magazine. You have to take between a 12 and 16-hour class that must be administered over multiple days. Then you have to pass some kind of a test.
But at that point,
I mean, it's really ridiculous.
given up on life, so whatever.
But you can do it pretty easily within the next few days.
That motor
you have very little time.
was no problem to just keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I started walking for a little ways and I was like, it's 100 degrees. I'm going to die if I walk this bike for 7 miles. 7 miles.
Yeah, that's a long walk.
Out there, no shade on the 225 side of Cherry Creek Res. You know, there's that bike path on the not lake side, on the city side. Yeah. All right. Well, if I die. That, and I can afford to replace any part of the bike. So, and like I also said when I was talking about it, I have intentionally made my life so that I don't have anyone to call if there's trouble. And I thought about it, and she wasn't far away, but she is very focused at work until 5, and this was about 3:30. And I'm like, I'm not gonna. It'll take me the hour and a half to walk, pushing the damn bike. But
You could have Kelly come get you since you talked to him.
She can't drive. She's blind. I could have called somebody at the station, but I'm not. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to have to be nice to somebody later for helping me out.
Nice, and you don't want to.
Remember when I said, because I'd had, in my life, I've run out of gas or something and had to call a girlfriend, and they do throw it back in your face later on.
Hey, I get you some gas, man.
Remember that time you ran out of gas on that?
I get that, Shannon. Yeah, they get you in a position you all want.
Mm-hmm.
So did you have time to find your jack or no?
No.
Jack?
And you're saying Jack, RCA's? Yeah, plug. Jack attack. No problem. Just we went from a flat tire to Jack so quick I was confused. You know, did you find a Jack? Well, it was a bike. I could just pick it up. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Did your bike down in the basement?
Yes. God damn it. Ah. Well, I found that even the high end for that tire is maybe $80, and a good tube is about 20. I'm happy to go drop $100 at the. Where was I? The bike source. I could and have them do it, but I also don't want them to go. Well, it's quite a lot of damage on your rim.
Hi, Pat. Terry Heron here. Yeah, I was just on the other line, but
I'll
I do
figure
want
that
to
out
give you
later
a call.
if I die.
We can debrief, but
gentlemen, coming
I just
back.
don't see it going forward.
303-322-8779. 322-8779.
The experience they're having to.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Here to help you any way we can. Let's go to Bob, who has an issue with a collection agency. Bob, what's going on with you? Welcome.
All right, good morning.
Hey.
I'm being harassed by Midland Credit.
Oh.
I guess it is.
Midland Credit's been around a long time. Why are you being harassed? It's obviously they're saying you owe something.
Yeah, $17,575.63.
Now, why do they say you owe $17,000?
Credit cards. That I said it's not me. I said I don't know what you're talking about, and they said, well, you opened this credit card in I think it was in 2023. 11/22/23. And I made payments for 2 years and then quit paying. And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I said, I had never had an account. It was opened through Community Bank and Caesar's Rewards, I guess. And then I said, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not me. And they said, well, it says your address was in Florida. I said, never lived in Florida. They sent me 2 statements, and it's just my name without my middle initial, and it said that the address is in Florida. I said, not me. Never
Bob,
lived in Florida. I've been in Colorado.
Bob, they're doing a typical collector thing, which is a shotgun approach. The good news for you is, I mean, just saying you owe doesn't mean you owe. In order for them to get anything from you, they have to go through a court process. They're going to have to get a judgment. So it's really important that you don't ignore any summons or any demands to appear, but have they started any court proceedings? Because they're the ones with the burden of proof. You don't have to prove it wasn't you. They have to prove it was you. And if you didn't do it, you didn't do it. I mean, you would know if you had credit cards. What is your credit other than this? Do you have a lot of missed payments or judgments or other problems?
No, none. Everything's paid off. We have no debt. Our house is paid off.
What do they want you to pay on this?
The $17,575.
And they offer, what are they saying? It's due immediately. What do they say they're going to do?
Oh, they give you options. You can make payments. They'll give you payment plans. And I said, you're not getting a penny out of me. Everybody else is telling me to ignore it. So this last thing.
Well, hold on. No, there's nothing wrong with ignoring it, except you can't ignore a summons. You can ignore anything else they do. The only way they can get money from you is with a judgment.
Tom, here's if I may offer a different perspective on this. Here's why Bob should not ignore this. Midland is going to sue him. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
But if Bob takes steps right now to prove that he has taken steps to dispute the debt, to tell them it's not him, they either got the wrong guy with his name or somebody in Florida ripped off his identity. Bob, you got to do everything in writing. You got to send them a letter saying this is not my debt. I don't even live in Florida. I didn't live in Florida. I have no idea what this card is. You got the wrong Bob, and you got to do it by certified mail with a return receipt requested. It's a $10 investment that will pay off. It will pay off thousands of times when they sue him.
They still have the burden of proof, whether he does that or not.
Right, but look,
what you're saying is you're laying a road. You're laying
a foundation for your defense. He absolutely has to do this. It's unquestionable that they're going to sue him.
It says that they want a copy of a police report. I said, how do I get a police report?
A police report for what?
Identity theft. That's a really good idea.
For fraud.
But you don't have to do that. I mean, I don't know. Listen, hold on. We have to take this break. We absolutely have to take this break. More coming right up. Hang on.
Thank you. And I again have not written anything down. Great Western and Compass. Great Western and Compass. Tom, you good on those?
Yeah.
In a delay mode.
Do the SOLA coverage on Compass. SOLA, yep.
And 270 both directions, a little on the head.
Thanks, Tom.
Looks like a little slow and go there, as well as I-25 is coming in and out of downtown.
And okay. And do motorcycles, when you mention Great Western mention motorcycles.
Motorcycles.
Sponsored by the.
Yeah, that's what Mark just said.
On
Make
Great.
sure you talk about. Is that what you were saying, Mark?
Great Western Buildings?
No, never mind. Oh, motorcycles for SOLA or something. I don't care. You're up. Go.
All right, let's talk about Compass Insurance Group. Of course, I suggest you get an insurance checkup from Compass to make sure you're not paying too much or you're not underinsured. Compass can do that for you at 303-996-9000. They also have a special loss coverage prevention for high deductible plans. Right now, a lot of homeowners insurance policies have high deductibles for your roof, hail, and wind damage. So this is a policy that covers you for those high deductibles only, which means it's a very low cost coverage and it covers your butt when you have wind and hail on your roof and have to come up with that high deductible. It's a very easy insurance to collect on. It's very economical. And when you add that to your regular homeowners, you're still saving money. It's a solo coverage, they call it. It's a loss assessment you need to get. 303-996-9000. And of course, Compass Insurance does all your car insurance as well as motorcycles. 303-996-9000. GreatWesternBuildings.com. A great company with a great factory right here in Colorado. This factory builds direct for the consumer, and they ship all over the country. If you want a giant building, they even do churches and shopping centers or warehouses, factories. They can do barns. They can do small barns, workshops, garages, whatever you want. They have engineers on staff to help you direct to the consumer. Go to greatwesternbuildings.com and get a true factory direct steel building guaranteed 100% for life. greatwesternbuildings.com.
Thank you. Sorry about that, Tom. God damn you, Mark. Don't confuse me, because I'll pass it on to Tom. And Tom
I was talking, they also cover motorcycles.
Hi, Pat. Terry Heron here. Yeah, I was just on the other line, but I do want to give you a call, and we can debrief.
And electric bikes.
I just don't see it going forward. I think it's
no
a stretch for my clients.
And let's not pick on Tom today. He's already
the experience
an at-risk citizen.
At risk.
What we would try to deliver
when the
YouTube
feed goes down, he is an at-risk.
And I'm not in
adult.
favor of at all
Is
of
that
Tom
little,
trying to run AI models at night. And maybe he can, and maybe he's great at it, but I'm just not there confidence-wise.
Okay.
And I can't supply you with a couple agents to go out and chase and bird dog the opportunities. So you put that all together. I wish you guys the best, but that just seems a stretch for me now. With that being said,
wow, there is a lot of charges on this cat.
I'll circle back around, and I'll be happy to let you know whatever I end up doing.
Give me a home number. Oh yeah, no, that's right up my alley. That's perfect. That's what I say. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I think the greatest gift to humanity recently has been the AI summary.
Yeah, literally. Her 18 paragraphs got shortened down to one sentence.
Have you ever had AI read a website story to you?
Mm-mm.
It's free. I've been doing it on, it must be Google. But I'm like, okay, on the phone, I just go read this page. And it's a couple that have a conversation about the information on the page. Yeah, that's right. Some black holes are pretty big. Boy, they're really, in the middle of your galaxy, you'll find I did not know that. And they have a conversation about is she at it again? Did you need me to?
No, it's not you.
All right. No, I know it's her, but she's interrupting me. Now I'll go take care of it. Oh, that is some angry typing. That is some next level Martino angry typing from Adam.
I can never master angry typing.
You can never master what?
Angry typing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
It's not one thing, it's the fucking other.
Yes. That had to break, didn't it? Oh, no, it's designed to...
Yeah, it's designed to rip out.
Designed to pull out, Bo.
That's what she said.
All right,
designed. The headphone jack. If you trip over it, it's designed to pull out of the headphones.
Without lubrication? All right.
Coverage of every game.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're running out of time, but we have a lot to talk about. We want to get to a follow-up with AutoNation that came in yesterday. We're also going to talk about real estate fraud and this issue with a collection agency and how to handle it. I'm asking for your patience to hang on. We'll tackle all of it coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Do you know what I'm like? And don't laugh about a segment like that. Do you remember Rush used to do that all the time? Well, we went a little long last time, so we're going to talk to you on the other side. You all right?
Yeah, I just gotta go to the bathroom.
Like, on somebody?
Dude, I'm sorry.
Adam, do you want me to go get you a Coke or something?
I know. I'm so sorry. I know, but I've told you before, it's like if your aunt dies, I'm going to say sorry, even though I didn't do it theoretically, as far as you know. Anytime there's an Amber Alert. Okay, how do I prove where I was?
Oh, God.
Same sort of thought process.
How do I prove where I was?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Dan, it's Bo from the Troubleshooter Show. Say, did you get your $400 deposit back from that?
Is my mic on, Zach? Is my mic on? Tom?
Yes.
Do you want me this Anita call is an outbound, the real estate fraud one? Do you want me to forward the 25 attachments she sent in the email?
And what is this one about?
It's I just AI summarized it and it told me it was fraud. It's like 18 paragraphs long.
It's a fraud that she sent to us?
Yes.
Well, send me whatever you have. I mean, I can always choose not to read it. I just, she's saying it was perpetrated on her.
I think I'll read more, but I'll send it real quick, but I'll read more.
I was just asking Martino if he spent all of his time in Florence last week. What's my brother-in-law calling for? Oh, this is good. Hello, this is Bo. You got your $400 back? That's great.
He doesn't understand that his mic's always on. good. I told him today. I said. I know.
Close out the.
I wish someone could like twist me like this and just grab. Oh, that'd be so nice. No, you're good. It's just that control thing that you were pressing doesn't control your microphone.
I'm on you. Well, can you hear me? You can
Whatever button you push there does not matter. I can hear you whenever. That only controls the headset. The buttons you are pushing there.
You only have like the on-off control for what goes over like radio air. Everything you say is going over YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know. You want people to hear your phone calls? Okay.
Yeah, it makes it look like I'm working around here instead of sitting around eating beef sticks. I didn't know that guy called in. I mean, I was concerned about him all night.
Sitting around who?
The auto upholstery guy on the $400.
He emailed. Did you not see the email sent?
No. Did he actually call into the show yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I could be
I
wrong.
didn't get a dinger. That's all right.
Adam.
Right, scratched that off.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I was just wondering if you have a sec. Can you please let Carol know we're not ignoring her? It's we would love to get her update on the air rather than me doing it alone.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give her a quick little lick.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey,
yeah.
Dimitri, do you
Hi,
still
Bo.
want me to come over there later? I mean, just
Yeah, I have to leave 15 minutes early, so what I'll do is I'll check with Rich to see if he can stick around for a few minutes after the show to chat with you, and I'll let you know what he says. He isn't here yet. He'll
he's
be.
not?
No, he's
Just
scheduled. He's scheduled for 1 o'clock.
Well, just text me and I'll just head over.
That's what I'll
I mean,
do.
and if he's busy, you know what I could do? If you could just get his number and talk to him, I'd like to send him my pictures. But I'd
And-
love to go over and meet him.
Yeah.
Well, D, just let me know. And if he says no, he's busy. I'll
Axe,
just-
I'm sending you one. I don't know what to make of it.
Okie dokie.
But just come over anyway, because I have to leave just a
You might have
little
to
bit
email
before.
for a phone number. Oh, no, phone number's at the bottom.
Okay,
Got
D,
it.
I'll
And then
leave.
I tried that other outbound from yesterday. I left a voice message.
Okay.
Yeah, Bo, come on over. You can sit in that third chair, and I'm gonna leave a little.
That's where the dunce people sit.
Yes, well.
Bad people. I guess I'm used to that.
So come on over if you feel like it, and I'm sure Rich will have a few minutes after the show to chat with you.
All right, I'll leave here at 1 o'clock.
Okay, just
Shannon's just making fun of me around here anyway.
text me when you get here, and I'll let you in.
I know the code.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Sorry about that. I'm just so used
Yeah,
to
I think I
telling
know the
guests to text me when they're here, and I'll let them in.
Go to a wide shot.
Martino may have changed it though, since he.
If our guest's there, go to a wide shot.
Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show with Major Marc Mager. What are we doing? We're solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. Mark, what do you have to say?
Well, I'm looking through Anita's stuff she sent, if I have the right person, and man, oh man, wait till we get into this one, Tom.
Okay, Anita is alleging real estate fraud, right?
Yeah, and she sent a packet that's just a lot of stuff.
All right. By the way, this hour brought to you by Compass Insurance. Make sure you have the right insurance for your situation and that you're not overpaying. They do free insurance checkups at theinsurancehelpcenter.com, 303-996-9000. Now, let's get back to this issue with a collection agency. What do you do when a collection agency does a shotgun approach and they send out notices to bunches of people that have similar names and backgrounds in an effort to get someone to collect money from. Well, Bob, what you do is, first of all, you're not in a position where you have to prove it is not you. They must prove it is you. They must prove you incurred the debt. They must prove you defaulted on the debt. And if it's not you, that is damn near impossible to do. So what do you do about it? I personally have ignored these, or I have invited them to sue me. I have said to them, let's please get this done as soon as possible so I can clear my name. I let them know I will give them any information they need as far as who I really am. And then what I do is simply go about my business. Now, Deputy D over here says he would wallpaper the accusations and send them information and keep track of everything you sent so you can have ammunition to say to a judge, look, Judge, I tried to tell them, I showed them over and over it wasn't me, and they still insisted on coming after me. What do you find that will do, D? Have you ever been collected upon like that?
No, but I did have a collection agency start contacting me last year for somebody else's debt.
Got it. So why do you think doing that proactive approach and engaging with them helps?
Well, because bottom feeders like Midland, they sue. They buy these charged off debts for about 4 cents on the dollar, literally. And they're going to sue him for 17 thou. And what they're hoping for is that he's going to default. Now here's what
or not show up. That's right. You're right.
Now, here's what a lot of people don't know. Under federal law, they can sue you either where you live right now or where they claim the contract was signed. So if this was signed in Las Vegas or Florida or Connecticut, they can legitimately sue him over there. And then it's going to be even if he gets served, it's going to be very expensive to transfer venue.
They will sometimes do telephonic communications or with diversity of defendants, they will sometimes move it to a district or federal court.
Never into federal court for this, right? They can sue him in state court,
right?
In whatever jurisdiction they claim he signed the contract,
right? But they have to have some kind of proof.
Of course,
they can't just sue people and hope that they can't afford to come to Florida, so they're going to settle.
Is their business model nationally 90%
to intimidate people?
No, it gets worse. Tom, nationally, over 90% of consumer credit cases are defaulted by the consumers.
Oh, no, I don't doubt that at all. Right. They ignore them, and then they get a default judgment against them, and then they're screwed.
And that's their business model, Tom. That is their business model. They can't afford to sue the guy for 17 grand. Well, they can, but for like $4,000, $6,000.
So, Bob, it's really important you pay attention. And if you are served, you have to answer it. But you do not have to prove it wasn't you. I don't know what proof they have. Do they claim they have any notarized signatures or anything like that? What do they say they have?
All they have is the Florida address with my name. But I said, you don't even, what's my middle initial or my middle name? And they said, we don't have that. Then you've got the wrong. I have a very unusual middle name.
How long have they been coming after you?
Several months. I mean, it's constant.
Yeah, but
I wish you didn't engage with them at all.
They haven't escalated it yet, have they?
They will, but there's one more thing that Bob can do.
It's not necessarily so, D. You're saying in every single case they bring a lawsuit.
No, but in most cases they do. They file not just tens of thousands. Midland files over 100,000 cases per year all over the country. That is their business model. Now, if Bob doesn't want to get any more calls from them, in that same letter, he can notify them that he does not wish to be called by them anymore. And they are, by federal and state laws, have to stop calling him. But he does need to create a paper trail denying that this is him.
Okay. I'm also 74 years old. Is this considered elder abuse?
Nope.
No, it's not. It's not. Otherwise, I'd have so many claims.
Somebody told me that under some Colorado law. But the other thing that I asked for was, in addition to what's my middle name, which they didn't know, I said, I'd like a copy of what I signed because I have a very unique signature.
Yeah, they don't have it. They're trying to intimidate you.
They're required to provide that. But it does it in writing.
But they're trying to intimidate you. That their main deal is intimidating you. Go ahead.
Yes, they told me that, well, you don't have to sign anything. You can do everything online. And I said, because I have a very unique signature. My company was embezzled years ago. And the police said, well, they obviously used your partner's signature to embezzle.
Bob, everything you're doing, hang on, everything you're doing is verbal. That's not going to count for anything. Everything you should be doing should be done in writing with those two extra postal services that I just mentioned. Everything. You can request a copy of the original contract. In the same letter, you can deny that this is yours. And in the same letter, you can tell them never to call you again.
And then the only thing they do is they will serve you.
If they serve him, yeah.
Yeah, but I doubt they will. Now, they will if they think. Now, it depends on how many people they have on the hook for this.
I did get a FedEx when they delivered, but I didn't have to sign for anything. And it was just an envelope in a FedEx envelope that when they sent me the information on showing me basically the account ledger.
Okay. That's called validation.
The address in Florida and everything. So if they serve me, is it something I have to sign, or is it actually
no? Serving will be either service in person. Sometimes they'll do it by registered mail. But here's the deal: a service will be a time and a date to appear, and you'll have to answer the lawsuit before appearance. You'll have to actually file a notice, and you may need an attorney to answer the lawsuit. But the point, and then try to get, if the venue is in Florida or something like that, you can get it changed. Very seldom will a judge make you come to county court in Florida, and they can do things telephonically. But it's something. The point Dee was making is that you can't ignore it, meaning that you will be defaulted if you ignore it. Other than that, I don't think you're going to have a problem because they still have the burden of proof. And all those documents mean nothing without a burden of proof. They bought that stuff because they bought a bunch of junk debt from people. And I just think I wouldn't lose too much sleep over it. I really wouldn't. I mean, I have had these before in the past, and I tell them, come after me. I no longer want to be contacted. Then if you want to take me to court, take me to court. I mean, they don't do that. They don't do it unless they think they have a case. They don't have money to burn, okay? They just don't have money to burn, and they wouldn't make any money if they took everybody to court. But just don't ignore it, because that's the important thing. And let us know let us know each step of the way. We can also call attorneys here to help to weigh in on it. But right now, all it is a bunch of threats.
All right, let me ask one last question.
Yeah.
What they said for my next steps are a copy of a police report, a notarized fraud affidavit, completed Federal Trade Commission fraud affidavit, a court order relating to elder dependent adult abuse, sworn, da-da-da-da-da. My son is a policeman locally here. He said, ignore it.
You don't have to do any of that. You're not under any compulsion to do any of that. You know, if anything, they're trying to find something to nail on you. They're trying to fit the case to you. I would ignore it as well. Unless a court orders it, you do not have to do it. You do not have to do it.
I can actually file, because I said, I don't even know where. He said you can file. He gave me the link. I can file a police report online, but I've got to then give them a whole bunch of information about me that they don't have.
Listen,
don't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it. First of all, you don't have any, you don't know there's any identity fraud. This thing was years ago. You have had no evidence of identity fraud. I just think babysit it. Watch for it. They're just trying to intimidate you, okay? And eventually, one of you are going to cave, because you're not the only one they're contacting on this. They do a shotgun approach, and they contact dozens of people with similar names. You're not the only one being contacted. Then they hope to flesh out the real one. Right now, Anita.
All right. Do I at least
What? Go ahead, sir. What?
Do I send the certified letter or mail letter saying that's not me?
Well,
Or
that's
do I
up
do
to
nothing?
you. That's up to you. You can send certified saying it is absolutely positively not you, and you're eager.
And then when they write you back and say it is you, then you can write them the same letter again.
I wouldn't even write the same letter again. I just think it's important to establish this timeline. Here's the date. I notified
Mark,
them
would
in
you
writing.
send him a letter? Would you send him a certified letter?
I would have thrown it away the second
Exactly.
I saw it.
That's exactly what I would do. D has a different approach. He thinks you should be proactive and engage with these people. I say
God,
not
back in the days of Napster, I had about 40 of those a week in my mailbox.
I would personally not do anything unless I heard from a court of law, period. That is my approach. There is no one right approach. I want to go. We got to take this break, and then we go to Anita, and then we have Dennis. So please hang on with everything, folks. Renew Home Innovations, beautiful Italian porcelain showers, a big, beautiful custom-made shower in just 2 or 3 days with a year to pay, no interest, no payments. The best prices anywhere. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
You know what I love about Excel Roofing? I've known them from the start. Jay Brett's now his son Henry's taking over with them, and they have a great company. You know why? A consumer is never at risk with Excel. They don't take a cent until you're content. That means they're not going to ask for your first insurance check. They're not going to ask you to sign anything to have them examine your roof. They will inspect your roof. They will give you a full and complete detailed contract without any obligation on your part. They'll even help you with your insurance claim. Call them first to see if you have hail damage before talking to your insurance company. And remember, Excel also does siding and windows and painting. It's a company you can depend on, as I have for years for many of my own roofs. Excel is an excellent EXCEL, excelroofing.com, 303-761-6400. Hey, Great Western Buildings, a real factory. I say that because so many steel building salespeople lie about being with a factory. Well, this is a real factory servicing the entire world, really. They're right here in Grand Junction, Colorado, direct to the consumer. If you want a steel building, contact them. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. Whether it's a giant building like a church or a shopping center, a warehouse, a factory, or just a garage, a workshop, a riding arena, an airplane hangar. Great westernbuildings.com.
Summer's
Man, it is amazing the bullshit people can go through on fraud. Yes.
Tony, real quick, I'm looking at your endorsement email that you sent.
Yeah.
The spreadsheet that you have shared with us, that's the one I'm looking at to correct. The corrections.
Yeah, I'll put them all in there. You don't have to mess with it. No. It's just that one we've been using. Yeah. Thanks, dear. Appreciate it. Bye.
Hi, Mike. Do I need to work security this weekend or next weekend? I thought it was next weekend.
Bo, are you doing security?
What?
Are you doing security? What did you just say?
Oh, yes. I run the security for the Watch and Clock Club that comes to town once a year.
Well, I hope...
He does.
Does anyone ever steal?
Yeah, they have a lot of gold watches, pocket watches. There's tens of
Man, I
thousands.
bet a lot of people get away when you're on guard.
Oh.
No. Oh, damn you.
Oh, you walked into that, Bo.
I work the night shift, so I have everything. I don't have to deal with the people. Then I have a couple other people do the day shift. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, sleeping on top of a goddamn table all night. Or laying down, not sleeping.
Yeah, graveyard shifts must suck.
Yeah. Well, they're telling me I'm supposed to do it this weekend, but I thought the show was next weekend. Better not. Yeah, and this is the last year. I've done it for the last 6 years. This is the last year. I'm getting too old. It's out at the Boulder County Fairgrounds. Got to keep the old watch and clock trade up.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show with Marc Mager. We got a lot going on. He mentioned this one real estate issue coming up we want to take. It has to do with real estate fraud. Mark, I don't know how much of it you reviewed, but Anita, what basically is your claim? I want to go right to your main issue. Are you saying you were the victim of a real estate fraud?
Yes.
Okay, what did the fraud deal with? How were you scammed? Or were you scammed, or did you discover it before getting scammed?
I discovered it before the actual transfer of deed was able to go through, and Canyon Title froze the file for fraud.
Okay, so tell us about the fraud. Were you buying or selling something?
Selling.
Okay.
I was trying to sell the home of my parents under probate.
Okay.
And the company that I had, because my mom had just passed April 8th.
Yes.
I was trying to avoid having to go through showings and stuff like that. So I was looking for an off-market company to buy the property.
What do you mean an off-market company?
Basically, they're like investment companies. They'll buy the property for a set price.
Okay.
And usually turn around and flip it.
In other words, you wanted a quick sale.
Correct.
Okay. And what happened?
The company that I went through, Sell Now Solutions, LLC, I had an agreement with them and gave them authority to, do listing agreements and stuff like that.
And what's the name of that company?
Sell Now Solutions.
Okay. And how'd you find them?
Just an online search.
Okay. And so what went wrong?
They, behind my back, created a second shadow DocuSign agreement or DocuSign envelope, and to create the sale of the home using my signature or one of the generated signatures through DocuSign.
And you're saying that you never signed these DocuSigns?
I signed the one with Sell Now Solutions. Upon discovering the number discrepancy, the envelope number discrepancy, I contacted Canyon Title here in Denver. And then I notified DocuSign Corporation, and I'd also reached out to the probate court for help. The contract with Sell Now Solutions was terminated, They refused to accept it and put a cloud on the property deed. On
Okay.
record at the
So, but
clerk.
right now, Anita, when you signed with them to begin with, you're telling me that they created a second documents showing what? That you sold the house to them?
That I sold the house to an innocent party, a third end buyer, third party end buyer.
Okay.
Now that person has escrow funds locked and frozen to that account.
So
I've done everything.
Was this a real buyer? Was this a real buyer that wanted to buy your house?
Yes. He still wants to buy the house.
So why not
But
just sell it?
Because when I reached out to the probate court for help, ultimately I wound up losing my fiduciary ability. There is a valid contract on the house right now that's set to close on the 30th. The public administrator has had full knowledge of all of this, the fraud, the new contract, the fact that, my parents were veterans and this is their legacy. He sits on his hands doing nothing. The house has a reverse mortgage that is due, and it's draining any remaining equity at $51.33 per day.
Okay, so the Sell Now Solutions, where do they stand right now? Do they still claim to have a valid contract with you?
They do. I received a call from somebody yesterday saying that they were representing Michael Magnano, who's the owner of Sell Now Solutions. And I told him that I have no control anymore. He has to deal with the attorney.
What attorney? Attorney?
The special administrator that the courts appointed, and when they stripped me of my rights as fiduciary.
Okay, so hold on then. You actually went to probate, and you were removed as a special representative?
No. I was appointed a special representative. I originally opened probate on both my parents when I found out that the house, it's a big mess.
Yeah, I know, but Anita, we can dissect this one step at a time. Here's what I need to know. You went to probate court and they assigned you as personal representative. You are right now the legal representative?
No. I was originally, when I opened probate, I was originally the legal representative.
Then what?
Because of this fraud and the cloud on the deed, I reached out to the court for help. I've never done anything like that. I laid everything out, but because I was missing a couple of documents and my motion wasn't formatted correctly, it was denied. And the special administrator was ordered to step in as.
So you literally, no, this is terrible because right now you have a public administrator overseeing the estate. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, let me explain something to you, Anita. When a special public administrator is appointed to an estate, usually they rob and pillage and bleed the estate dry, okay? In fees and all of that. This is a terrible, terrible situation. What is the public administrator doing right now?
Sitting on his hands.
When is he supposed to sell the house for the estate?
Well, we had a title deadline because for the title company, they wanted a clear deed or a court order for a judge saying that the deed was clear.
Yes.
So that we could proceed with the sale.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get. That's what I was trying to accomplish.
Okay.
And it went sideways.
But where is the fraud you're talking about? I don't see any fraud so far.
It's the shadow document with Sell Now Solutions that file has been frozen at Canyon Title.
Yeah, but with the special administrator, right now, they're not going to let anyone steal the house.
No, he's not going to let anyone steal the house. He's going to let the remaining equity drain away, and I will be left with absolutely nothing. I cared for my mom for the past 8 years as her live-in ADL assistant.
When do they say, when, you have a right to get a report, when does the public administrator, Christopher Turner, say that the house will be sold?
He hasn't. He's had knowledge of all of this since the 30th, and he has refused to work with me using that.
We got a break
that I gave him.
All right. Hold on a second. We have to take a break. Anita, this is going to be a very, very difficult thing. You're gonna have to get some legal representation. You have a lot here, but basically it's not as complicated as you said. I think that they put the public administrator in there to protect the estate because of the deal you got into with Sell Now. That's exactly what I see. They did not like the dealings and said, we better come in and step in here. In fact, to preserve the equity, I think in this case, they're trying to preserve the estate. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255. By the way, Vestera Turnkey is going to have a seminar. I'll be there on the 11th of August. Mark your calendars. If you want to know about becoming a landlord the Vestera way, where they buy homes in markets that have promising potential and great rents, it's a free seminar. It's August 11th. Here's where you find out more. MyBiggestReturn.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, it's a quiet drive here in the lunch hour. We've got a little bit of volume. Haven't had that many problems. Colfax and Fitzsimmons out to the east side did have one accident that's a little bit west of 225. A little bit of a slow spot there, too. 270 is running slightly heavy out of Commerce City. I-25 looks like southbound around the Turnpike, and in and out of downtown has been a little bit on the slow side, even Pena coming out of the airport, but no major difficulties with traffic. I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Save on grilling season favorites at Whole Foods Market. Prime members get 20% off beef top sirloin steaks through July 21st. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
EuroPlumbingColorado.com. That's where you go to get the best pricing on repiping or any kind of job when it comes to plumbing. They have the best prices. That's EuroPlumbingColorado.com for your repiping experts. In fact, when you go to a repiping expert, they usually get Europlumbing to do it, so you may as well go to the source. You can even get a price online or call for a price, 720-500-3000. They also do water heaters at incredible prices. 40 gallons starting at $15.99. 50 gallons, $16.99. That's EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Let's talk about auto repairs, maintenance, and electrical issues from a company you can trust. On Colfax west of Wadsworth, a well-lit, secure facility, somewhere that I take my car. You can take yours, whether it's new or used. Even newer cars under warranty, they can do all the regular maintenance and keep the records for you, and you save a ton of money. Or you're doing pre-buy inspections for your used car. Whatever it is, when you think cars, auto maintenance and repairs, including electrical, you can go to SheridanAutotech.com. Honest, valuable, convenient service. 303-455-7242.
I walk out in our garage and I'm going, I love
D?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey,
Yes, Bo.
Dimitri, are you coming in Friday?
I'm not sure. I need to take at least one day off for work this week, so I'll talk to Tom and Suze about whether it would be better for me to take Thursday or Friday off.
Okay. Tomorrow I won't be in, but I can come in Friday.
And the insurance company already has their
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. AppleAir.com. That's air with an E, Apple Air, started by Todd Terry and his sons and his wife. It's a family-owned and operated company for heating and cooling from 1988. That is a family commitment. Daikin products and services with 12-year parts and labor warranty and 6 years full replacement. AppleAir.com. Anita says she's a victim of real estate fraud. We can't figure it out completely. Mark, did you look at the docs? Do you have any comment on this after looking over what she sent? She's saying that she was removed as personal representative and the probate court assigned a public administrator. That in and of itself is a major deal. Whenever a probate court does that, they basically say, here, I'm just going to tell you what they say. You're making a mess of the estate. Let's straighten it out. Now, unfortunately, many times, public administrators, in my personal opinion, don't have the best interests of the estate at heart. They're more interested in how many fees they can make on the thing.
Right.
But it still is a major deal that a judge takes it away from a family member and says, okay, we're going to hand this over to a complete stranger to take care of your family's affairs. There must have been something really troubling that they looked at to make that determination, because they have literally removed you as a representative. You're no longer the representative. So right now, you're just an heir. And you're at the mercy of the probate courts. The only way you can intercede is if you get an attorney to make motions to the judge for to make the public administrator accountable. So what have you done personally? Are you represented by an attorney?
No, the estate is insolvent, and I have not worked outside the home in 8 years.
Now, you say the estate is insolvent. What do you mean?
The only asset that is available to pay the reverse mortgage or anything else for that matter is the property that has the reverse mortgage attached to it.
Right. And the reverse mortgage you don't make payments on. They just want to be paid off. Is the house worth more? Is the house worth more than the reverse mortgage balance?
Yes.
How much more?
All said and done, after everything, by the 30th, there would maybe be $78,000.
And how long has the public trustee been involved?
The order from the magistrate was the 25th. And it was basically done because, and it says that on a technicality that, certain documents were missing.
Yeah.
Failure to provide proof of service. All of those documents had been cured with the court by the 2nd.
Okay. But on June 25th, they basically took you away from being the personal representative?
Yes.
Okay.
I have not been given due process. My corrections have not been acknowledged. I did a petition for the district court judge to review the magistrate's orders.
All right. I need to do something.
That was on the...
We need to get Dan McKenzie on. If you can hang on, I'm going to try to get our estate attorney on just to talk about this in general. So, Axe, if we can try to get Dan McKenzie on just for some general questions on public administrators and where people go from here, this is what we need to talk about. Now, Anita, unfortunately, the public administrator, they charge a lot of money. So you're not going to have $78,000 at the end. In fact, you're going to have a small portion of that, just so you know. If you're depending on this to live on the rest of your life, you're going to have you're going to be sadly disappointed. I'm just trying to tell you the absolute truth. You're going to be sadly disappointed. Okay. Reverse loans, by the way, nothing wrong with them, and they will give you time to pay it off, but it will have to be paid off. What I'm more interested in is what they're doing, what the actual administrator is doing and all of that. So hang in there. We're going to try to get Dan McKenzie on the phone to talk about this. 303-713-8255. I got to take a break, but can you give us a hint on this follow-up with AutoNation? Just a hint.
Yeah, Tom, you may recall that yesterday Carol called us because her son bought a used pickup or some kind of a used truck from AutoNation. And a few days later, the transmission just completely failed. They brought it into Ford in Castle Rock. Ford says, yep, it actually needs a whole new transmission.
Right. And then thought, wait a minute, this should be covered by the warranty, right?
Yeah. So the warranty guy went out there and met with a Ford dealership who diagnosed the problem and said, hey, we're not going to cover this because it's been less than 30 days or 1,000 miles since the vehicle was bought.
So therefore, AutoNation would be responsible.
AutoNation is on the hook. And then yesterday I had, as usual, trouble getting a hold of AutoNation. So we'll give you an update on this right after this.
Okay, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-8255. Gravina's has the greatest windows. Gravina's for windows, siding, and doors. 303 Gravina.
Now, impact traffic.
Some good news for folks heading through downtown on the north end. A crash on southbound I-25 just after I-76 has been all cleared up. We were still seeing some brief stop and go between I-76 and I-70 back to intended speeds. Northbound I-25, some normal slowdowns between Alameda and Colfax, and some stop and go on the eastbound 6th Avenue off-ramp to I-25 southbound. Heading to DIA I-70 eastbound slow between Peoria and Pena Boulevard, about a 2 or 3 minute delay there with traffic. I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the tale of America's greatest science experiment. We're, of course, talking about the Manhattan Project. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know, Genesis Total Exteriors, the name says it all. They'll take care of anything on the outside of your house, and they take care of it all. If you have hail damage, they'll walk the property with you. And they look for more than just roofing damage. They do also the soffits and the fascia and the siding and the windows and the decks, the doors, the painting. Yes, they can put it all on one invoice. They walk your property free of charge and help you with your insurance claim. If you have hail damage, contact GenesisTotalExteriors.com, or if you want to just spruce up your house, give them a call. They have forever siding and low maintenance products. You will love GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509.
You know, if you need a loan, you need to go direct. You're going to get better interest rates and lower fees. That's what John Clace does. He works for CMG Financial. These guys lend out over $2 billion every single month across every state in this country. In fact, if you call John direct, he can lend to you no matter where you're listening to this. My son used them last year, brand new house. He went from application to closing table on a new house in 28 days with John. My daughter and her husband just closed with John on their new house right here in Denver. And by the way, Suzanne and I have used John. We have their 30-year line of credit. CMG is the only place I know that has that product. You can pay it up, you can pay it down, and it's a line of credit on your house for 30 years. They simply can't take it away. And my favorite part is it's simple interest, none of that front-loaded stuff. And reverse mortgages, guess what? John does those as well, and he'll save you a ton of money. Bottom line, you go direct. Call John, 303-577-7206, 303-577-7206, or partnerinlending.com. That was exactly 30.
Exactly 29.99. 29.99999. Okay, I'll see. She can't make her point. I'll let her make her goddamn point.
You should let her talk.
Yeah. So Dan, did Dan say no, Dan? He said he might be before 2, meaning we're not going to have Dan, right?
Busy right now.
Okay, so if we could get her back, I'm going to talk to her a little, but get her back tomorrow. And then get him on. But right now, I'll let her have her say. As Mark said, I should listen.
With your listening ears.
Yeah.
You tend to listen with your mouth.
Okay. Listen to the kettle.
And don't forget,
listen to the pot.
The louder you are,
the kettle.
The righter you are.
The pot calling the kettle black. Mother of Jesus. Okay.
Little fella's out of here. He's making his move. Little fella inbound.
Hey, how are you? How are you doing? I got to get this done real quick here. Hold on. So we'll have you there, Rich. And then you can sit here.
I'm killing my camera. Go to your wide shot.
Yeah, I will. Got it. Okay, got it. I will go to the wide shot. And here we are. Go to the wide.
And Zach, what did you find for my spot, sir?
Headphones are next to your left knee.
Are you talking to me, Mark?
No, I was talking to Zachy.
It's updated in the sheets. You've got a Become the Banker at 1:15 and a CMG Financial at 1:30.
I can do CMG if you need it.
He's coming
Yeah, I'm going to do the Become the Banker, and then I'll split after that.
Okay, I'll do CMG.
A badge collector also, and he wants to chat about badges with you. Like, you will make his week. I hope you don't mind. Very cool.
So how's everything, Rich?
Great. How about you, Tom?
Good. You got your headset? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Can you believe? Let me turn these mics off for a second. Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Anita, I'm going to let you have a say, and then I'm going to bring you up after the break. We have some information to impart. You said you never made your point, so I'm just going to shut up for a minute here. Go ahead.
The thing is, the probate court has never acknowledged the fact that I have cured what was missing. The sole reason for the denial. Okay, I submitted a petition for review from the judge's orders. And the same time, the district or the special administrator decided to play a game of who's boss and file a motion for clarification using my blueprint of everything that I had figured out up until that point to generate an actual legitimate sale. He's had all of that knowledge since the 30th. He filed this motion for clarification, basically asking me that my orders be stripped, and there are flaws on that order, on the amended order itself.
Okay, we will come back to you, but I'm going to tell you something. In cases, in probate, where they have appointed a public trustee, it's almost impossible to get your power back. So you're just going to have to play within the rules of this game or lose. Hold on, we got more right after this. Let me take some real quick.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station and iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. 45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by waterpros.net. If you need a whole house water softening system, you will never find a better price ever than Water Pros, just that, or a better operating system, or reverse osmosis drinking water. People buy organic food, they look at their supplements, but very seldom look at their drinking water. Never buy bottled water again. By the way, that's only $1,100 fully installed. All of the prices on the website, waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. We're going to be talking in a little while about Tunnel to Towers Foundation for veterans and first responders and military disabled military vets, and we'll be talking about that because there's an event coming up we'd like to promote for them, and it's a great organization, and we have a spokesperson from that organization here, one of the volunteers, to talk about it. I want to go back though to basically a thing where it's almost impossible to help, but I had Anita on because she sent us so much information. And the bottom line is this. Anita said she was in charge of her parents' estate and selling the family home. That's it in a nutshell. Somehow she got tied up with this group that was not completely straight, Sell Now Solutions. She said that she went to probate court for help, and basically she was removed as personal representative and a public trustee was appointed. That is not unusual when it comes to probate if the judge feels that the estate is not being administered properly. Now, just a side note, I have a personal thing with public trustees. I don't think they do an estate much good when families fight and argue and there's a public trustee involved. Usually the public trustee gets paid first, they get paid a lot, and it diminishes the value of the estate. In Anita's case, she was hoping to get her parents' house sold, pay off a reverse loan, and have enough money to live on. She said somewhere around $78,000. With a public trustee involved, it's going to be way less than that because that's just the nature of the beast. She called us and sent many, many documents. And the bottom line is there's not really, now we're going to get an attorney on probably tomorrow, an estate attorney, to talk about this. But from what we could find out, he's not available on the show today, but from what we can find out, when a public trustee is appointed to an estate, you pretty much lose your rights. So Anita, you're basically down for the ride. You have to wait until they sell the house. You have to wait until they liquidate the bills and pay them, and then get what you have coming to you. At this point, there is really not much you can do to get back your power as personal representative. You say it was taken away unjustly. I don't know if you were represented by an attorney or not, but it's virtually too late to do anything about it. You have already been removed. Is that correct?
Yes. The thing is I want people held accountable that help to contribute to this mess. The judicial system has failed my family for 8 years, and they need to be held accountable.
Now, Anita, 8 years? Did your last parent die 8 years ago?
No, my dad was killed on his motorcycle in 2018.
Okay, and when did your mom die?
April 8th.
Of this year?
Yes.
Okay. And so the public trustee has not had this case very long. So I don't think he's dragging his feet at this point. What do you want to see done? If you could wave your magic wand, what do you want right now? What are you looking for?
The special administrator has known about the estate's insolvency from the beginning. I have submitted my claims as the heir, and they are rightfully, legally mine. He's known about this from the beginning.
Right.
And he played this game of who's boss.
Well, he's boss.
Well, I realize that.
Okay.
Okay. I need the title company that Stewart Title has refused to insure around the same property that they insured under the fraudulent contract. That's what created this whole mess. It's them demanding a court order.
Okay.
To have the title cleared.
Okay. They have to do that because otherwise they can't provide title insurance. See, Anita, you might be impatient with the whole. Let me explain something, whether you like to hear it or not, because I went through your documents. The whole problem was started by you. You started the whole problem by getting involved with this Sell Now Solutions. That's you're the one that did that. No one else did that. You did that. And you better be happy that the court stepped in to stop it. Now what they're waiting for is for the judge to invalidate Sell Now Solutions' claim. They claim that they have some right to sell this house. And what your public trustee is doing is clearing that up in order to sell the house.
Because the affidavit that they filed was illegal from the beginning. There's an expired notary seal.
Anita, you're the one that brought fraud into this. I'm not saying you were trying to commit fraud. I'm saying you're the one that caused the problem. The trustee didn't cause the problem.
I'm aware, and I've been trying to fix it.
Well, that's what the public trustee is going to do. Listen, I am normally not in favor of public trustees, but in this case, you so thoroughly screwed this up, the judge basically came in and saved your ass. And now the judge appointed a public trustee, and you need to go along with the public trustee to get this Sell Now Solutions contract canceled, to get the cloud off the title, and to get the house sold. There's nothing else you can do.
That's what I want.
Well, that's what they're doing.
That's what I want. I want him to get off his ass and sell the house. There's a valid contract.
Okay, but it's only been a month. I mean, you act as if they're sitting on something. The guy has just only been appointed. I would give them a little chance to get started. Otherwise, you're going to have to lawyer up, and you're going to have to oppose the public trustee, and that alone is going to eat up your $78,000 in any equity you have. Anita, you're between a rock and a hard place, and I want to go back. Just put her on hold because we'll get her back on after we get our attorney on tomorrow. I want to see what she can do to light a fire with this public trustee. But for now, let's get her off right now, and then we'll get our probate attorney on with her tomorrow. But let's not forget, Anita, you had a house. You were the personal representative. You brought in this company that I call a schlock company, Sell Now Solutions. You're the one that brought in a company who allegedly initiated a fraud, okay? Because as soon as you brought them in, They started doing other DocuSign documents showing that you were selling your house to someone else. So I would not blame anyone but yourself for getting these people involved. And now what I think in this case, I think the estate court, the probate court, is trying to bail you out, and they want to sell the house. But remember, that public trustee is not free. When that public trustee clears all this up, there will be fees involved, lots of fees. And in my opinion, you're lucky if you get half of that $78,000. But why? Because you made it necessary for them to bring in outside counsel. You made it necessary. So people, when you're involved, I'm telling you, when you want to sell a house really quickly, you got to watch out for these home buyers, these services that offer, I'm looking at their website, sellnowsolutions.com. It says, need to sell your house fast? We buy homes for cash as is, no repairs, no fees. But trust me, people, you pay for this. You absolutely pay for this. And in her case, the judge wanted to undo the deal because the judge felt it was not a good deal. Now, Kristen has a problem I'm going to get to about an insurance accident coming up. And then we're going to talk about Tunnel to Towers Foundation and any calls, problems, or complaints you have at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Let me just do these real quick. Okay, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, will do something for you free of charge with no obligation. It's a detailed analysis of your home and what it will sell for now on the market. Things are in a flux with interest rates, supply and demand, the economy, people wanting to know what their house is worth, what it will sell for, but they don't want to go through an entire listing. That's where Frank comes in, free of charge, a complete analysis to let you know without having to list. If you do decide to list, you won't do better than Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Get your free analysis, 303-920-1622.
All right, we got a free movie event coming up really quick. It's July 23rd, a little more than a week, 6:30 p.m. This time it's in Parker, and this is a brand new theater. In fact, it was formerly the AMC Parker. Now it's called the Imagine Parker. Beautiful theater. If you haven't checked it out, you might want to go just to see that. But it's all about retirement. The movie, once again, 100% free. The Retirement Deception. We're going to buy the popcorn. We're going to buy the drinks. You're going to have a good time. But more importantly, you're going to learn about retirement, safe ways to retire. The closer you are to retirement, or if you're already in retirement, you're going to want to come by. We're going to be talking about long-term care benefits. We're going to be talking about different annuities. We're going to be talking about safe, guaranteed retirement. Once again, it's the 23rd of this month, 6:30 in Parker. You can watch the trailer and get your free tickets. Sign up at mymoneymovie.com. That's mymoneymovie.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. I think Marc Mager had to duck out. Kristen's on the line with an automobile accident we're going to talk about here. Kristen, what's going on? How can we help you?
Well, I'm not sure you can. I was in a car accident on June 18th. I was broadsided by an unlicensed driver that ran a stop sign, and my car was totaled. I was naive enough to think the fact that we both had Progressive might make things easier, but now we're coming up on a month, and I'm still paying for my own rental car.
Well, this is curious. It was an unlicensed driver, but they had insurance?
It was an unlicensed driver was driving someone else's vehicle with permission.
Okay, so you're saying that you have to pay, usually you do pay for your own rental and you're reimbursed by the other party as part of your damages. That's not unusual, but right now, it's only been it's been almost a month. And so what is not going on right now that you want to happen?
Right now, the insurance adjuster is just not making any contact whatsoever with me, even when I try to contact her to get updates on anything. And she's just, I guess, missing in action. I can't get any contact with her whatsoever.
Really? So you have no communication at all, and you're both insured by the same company?
Correct.
All right. So here's the bottom line. What should be happening, where's your car right now?
It is still in the tow yard where they towed it after the accident.
And what year, make, and model was it? I need to know that.
It was a 2021 Honda CR-V.
Okay. How many miles?
About 70,000.
Okay. You may have a little problem here when it comes to value. Have they made any offers to you at all?
No, they have not.
Okay. So basically, you just haven't heard anything.
Correct.
Gosh. Okay. We can get someone.
She might have.
Oh, I didn't know you're still there, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was walking out, but I heard this. Progressive, they might have some language in her. Here's what we got to do. We got to get a copy of their policy. And I don't know how you're going to do it. Not her policy, but the driver at fault. Because the unlicensed driver, even with permission, there could be verbiage in there where there is no insurance.
I know. That's what I was afraid of.
Permissive use would generally apply, but the unlicensed part, there could be language in there, and Progressive, I do believe, has that in Colorado.
Hey, Tom, I have an idea that might be able to short circuit this whole process that Kristen is going through. She too is insured by Progressive,
right? And
assuming Kristen has collision coverage, she can just file a claim on her own policy, and then Progressive can worry about
that's true.
Insurance or not later on.
They subrogate all that. So that is a good point, though. Do you have collision coverage?
Yes.
Oh, is that a yes?
Yeah. So did you
just turn it into your own then?
Turn it into your own collision, and then later on you'll get reimbursed your deductible. But
yeah, they'll give you first penny they collect. Your deductible will be the first penny they collect from the other insurance company if they do.
They're the same company, Mark.
Same insurance.
They're both insured by the same company. So what's going to happen is that your deductible, you'll start out with your collision coverage, and then they'll later adjust it and should give you your deductible back when it's the other party's fault. So here's what I want to ask. Did you start a claim with your collision coverage?
I believe we did the very first night I was in contact with them on my own policy.
Right. And so they're processing a collision coverage because who told you your car was totaled?
I have contacted an attorney, and the wheel was totally torn off and it's shredded. I went through a barbed wire fence through this whole process.
Are
so.
you injured at all? And I'm not trying to drum up something here, but truly you should know, are you injured at all?
I have a lot of cuts and bruises, and I'm still in the process of doing MRIs and ultrasounds.
Oh my God, you've got to call an attorney.
Do you have an attorney?
Yeah. I have been in contact with an attorney, and the insurance, they've had the same issue. The insurance company just will not return phone calls.
Did you engage with the attorney, though? Did you sign a deal with them?
Yes.
Okay.
And well, I've never heard of such a thing. So the attorney says they can't get a call back? That's their excuse?
Yeah, but she's talking about the property damage. Most of these PI guys, they don't get involved in that.
But wait, Tom, I heard something in what Kristen said that I think is significant. You asked her if she filed a claim on her own policy.
Right, her collision.
Kristen didn't say yes or no. She said something like, I
contacted them, she said.
Yeah, but contacting them is not the same as filing a claim. So, Kristen, did you actually file your own claim on your own insurance policy?
I would have to double check, but I do believe a claim number was assigned on my own policy that first night.
You got to make sure of that. But I want to ask another question. Do you have uninsured or underinsured coverage?
Again, I would have to double check, but I believe I do.
Okay, good.
Now, your attorney that you hired is a personal injury attorney, right?
Yes.
And how did you, I don't need to know specific, but how did you find them?
He's pretty well known in Colorado, and actually my fiance is the one that kind of pushed me towards that the very first evening.
And are you
he strong?
Are you satisfied? Is what I'm saying with the communication.
I am. I feel like they're just as frustrated as I am at the lack of communication from Progressive at this point.
Yeah, that's what bothers me, because usually attorneys have an inside track, and that's what puzzled me when you said they're frustrated.
Yes.
That just puzzled me a little.
And Axeman, the PI attorneys aren't going to help her with the value of that vehicle. Give her Petty's information. You can call this guy up, give him the VIN number, and he'll tell you how much they should be giving you for that vehicle.
You got to make sure you get a fair price for that vehicle. Was the vehicle paid off?
Yes, unfortunately, about a few months before the accident.
Yeah. Well, actually, being paid off is better than not. But you will get it, as Mark mentioned, it will be adjusted for sales tax as well as loss of the vehicle itself. So petty details, off the air, Axe will get you that information. It's available at referralist.com. And you call this guy, and free of charge, he'll give you a first blush on about what that car is worth and what you should be getting. That guy can also go to bat for you if you need to document it. But right now, usually just they should be in the ballpark. But as far as getting Progressive to call you, have we been? I think we've been successful.
Yeah,
we have been.
Yeah, but wait, the attorney, she's got an attorney. She can't be calling up these insurance companies. She needs to stick with her attorney now.
Well, her attorney is not going to help her with the property damage or the rental car reimbursement that Kristen mentioned at the beginning of her phone call. And in the past, Tom, we've had Brian Burns recommend that the caller gets in touch with the supervisor in the adjusting department. And
all I'm saying is I'd be really careful communicating with the insurance company of both sides, and there's medical bills and other stuff. I'd be really careful they don't trick you into something.
Ask, hey, good morning. How are you doing today? And then she's going to say, fine, fantastic. And they're going to use that against her when it comes down to her medical expenses.
Let's do this. Listen, this is really serious, Chris. I want you to hold on. And then what we'll do is we will get Compass Insurance on. If we can't do it today, we'll do it tomorrow. They might have somebody at Progressive to get through to. So hang on. And Axe, if we can't get Compass on for these last few minutes, let's schedule it for tomorrow, because that would be good to do. 303-713-8255. Apple Air, that's air with an E, AppleAir.com for your heating and air. Great people, the Todd Terry and Son family and wife, and it's a family affair since 1988. They stand by their products and their services. AppleAir.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Says he's got it.
Okay. Impact traffic.
Some usual afternoon slowdowns throughout the metro
Then I'll
area.
do discount
I-25
Bath
northbound
first.
stop and go into downtown between Alameda and 6th, with slower speeds on southbound
make sure I have
I-25
time
between
for this
I-70 and Spear. Only
for
adding
our
a couple
advance
minutes to your commute in either direction. Heading to DIA I-70 eastbound, we're starting to
that's
see
right, the
some
auto
backups
dealer.
between
Damn it. We were gonna do
I-270 and
that-
225. Nothing out of the ordinary there. On the south end of town, southbound Parker Road, a crash in the right lane at South Lewiston Way. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk podcast. I'm Buzz Knight, and I'm the host of the Taking a Walk podcast. And join me.
On board with you grabbing discount Bath first.
Okay.
That's David Duchovny coming up on the Taking a Walk podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, discount bath. The name says it all. Discount on your bath. And they have the best prices. If you're looking to redo an entire bath or part of a bath, or you just want that walk-in shower complete for $9,888, or you want to do the Jack and Jill bath, a hall room bath, a master bath, whatever it is, discountbath.com. We'll go through the entire project with you free of charge. They'll walk it. They'll give you estimates. They'll even help you decide on materials, all for no cost at all, no obligation, because they know when it comes to value, you will choose discountbath.com. So no matter what bath or a new bath, maybe in the basement where it's roughed in, you can contact right now discountbath.com 720-979-2322 720-979-2322. Spread it around. discountbath.com.
You know what Regulation Z is? I bet a lot of you don't. Truth in lending. If you go and get a home loan of almost any sort, it could be a reverse mortgage, it could be a new purchase, cash out for high interest credit cards.
Okay, so I
if
only
you
got
get
one
a home loan, there's a truth in lending statement. It's going to give you all the disclosures like the annual percentage rate, finance charges, fees, payment schedules, any key terms in there. I want you to get that if you're shopping around. It's very important. Then I want you to call John Clace over at CMG. He is the bank. Here's what I mean. You're going direct to the lender. CMG lends out $2 billion every single month, and they loan out in every state. So wherever you're hearing this message, you call John. He's one of the top dogs here in Denver. He will hold your hand through it. When my son got his first house, application to closing in 28 days. My daughter and her new husband just closed with them last week. Myself and my wife, we have a 30-year line of credit on our house that we can pay up, pay down, simple interest. He's got all the loans, and he's got the lowest fees and the lowest rates. You got to call John. I promise you're going to love him. Grab that truth in lending from the other guys and call John. You're going to be shocked at the difference. You're going to love him. Call 303-577-7206, 303-577-7206, or partnerinlending.com. I'm out, brother.
Okay, see ya. Hello, Tom Martino here, your troubleshooter. Ron, what's going on with you? You have a question? What's happening, Ron? Hello, Ron?
Actually, a request.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yes?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, I have an unusual request. I was wondering if you guys still had an angel at Comcast.
Yes,
and if you could find out whether they're still negotiating with the NFL channel.
Okay, we do have an angel at Comcast. Why did they? Forgive me for my ignorance. Have they? Did the NFL thing stop?
Yeah, a few months ago now.
And you want to know if they're still negotiating?
Yeah.
You know what?
'Cause I'll be disappointed if.
We actually probably can call over and find that out. Obviously, I don't think we can do it now, but we can do it for sure. Let me make a note.
That'd be great.
I'm going to make a note.
Okay, I listen every day. So
okay. You want to know if I'm making a note, if Comcast is still negotiating with the NFL?
With the NFL channel.
Okay. Did they drop it last year?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll find that out, man. We'll see if they have any inside information. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I have Rich Wyatt with me. He's with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, a volunteer. You know, they do about $500 million a year in charity. They're having a free event September 1st. Wings Over the Rockies is the... August 1st. August 1st. Thank you. Let me turn your mic on there, Rich. August 1st, Wings Over the Rockies, and that will be for a special event, and also it's a free event. It starts 11 in the morning. And what will people see at this event? You say there is a traveling museum and also a piece of steel. Explain the significance.
So the piece of steel is the largest piece of steel that was survived at the September 11th collapse of the Twin Towers. The museum is a museum made up of very impactful things that came out of that rubble and the pile that they worked on for months there in New York City. And so Tunnel to Towers Foundation was basically founded off of Steven Siller, who was a New York City fireman that was playing golf off duty on September 11th, 25 years ago. This is our 25th anniversary.
Okay, so he was playing golf with his brother.
Yeah, and they saw what was going on, and he drove to the tunnel to get onto Manhattan, and it was closed. He put on his bunker gear, which weighs about 65, 75 pounds, and he ran 3.5 miles to the towers, went inside and was getting people out, saving lives. And he died when the towers collapsed. His body was never recovered.
Never. Wow.
Never recovered. And I was there just 2 days after that happened. You can't understand the totality of the situation unless you saw it.
No,
I know.
You
know, pictures don't show it, And so Steven Siller was a typical fireman.
I remember because I was there like 2 or 3 days after. I happened to be on vacation with my motorhome and I wasn't far away.
Oh.
And Channel Fox sent me over there, and I did my radio show. But do you remember the powder?
Oh yeah,
coming up to your
everywhere,
up to your mid shins. And it was weird. There was all this powder.
Oh,
and it looked, and then there were guys with machine guns on every corner.
Yeah,
it looked like a foreign country.
It looked like a foreign country in war.
Yeah,
and it was
weird.
It was. I saw the most devastating things I've ever seen in my life. 343 firemen died that day. And they were making promotions on the street. There was fire trucks sitting there. The only thing left on them was paint. They used every single piece of equipment on that multi-million-dollar apparatus. I mean, it just was unbelievable.
They never had anything like it, so they didn't know what to do. But so Tunnel to Towers turned out to be this foundation born from that day.
Yes. And here's one of the beautiful parts. We give the money back to the cause. So most foundations don't give a huge percentage. We're at 95%. We're one of the top rated foundations in the country. We provide smart homes for catastrophically wounded veterans. If a cop or a fireman dies in the line of duty, we pay off their mortgage before the funeral, so the family's taken care of. We're not here to save mortgage companies, just like you two.
No, right.
We're here to save families.
Right.
And then right now we're building homeless shelters called Veterans Villages all across the United States.
For homeless vets.
For homeless vets. Frank's goal is to eradicate veterans homelessness in this country. We shouldn't have homeless veterans. And he's taken this on and doing this job. And Frank's been a great leader, a great man.
Frank is Steven's brother?
He's his brother. And
okay, so Frank Siller took over after his brother died. He started this in honor of his brother.
He and other family members.
Right.
Not
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so this became a very large organization very quickly.
Yes. Well, the success is what, giving it all back. There's no Tunnel to Towers jet. Everybody pays their own way, and everybody's working at this because it's
100% volunteer.
Yeah, well, there are paid staff. I don't want to, there are paid staff, of course.
And they're located in New York City and
Staten Island.
Right. And they do this charity work from there. So they literally build homes for people.
From the ground up. We buy the land, build the home. We're just doing 3 right now for 3 veterans that are catastrophically wounded that wanted to live next to each other. We bought 15 acres. They each have 5 acres in Franklin, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. And those homes are being constructed right now.
And they'll be paid for.
100% paid for by Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And
these are for profoundly disabled
catastrophically wounded veterans that have no use of possibly all 4 extremities. Some of them can't talk. They use a sip and puff chair. I mean, and when you get involved with this thing, Tom, if you see some of these guys, it is unbelievable what they have been through and what great heroes and Americans these people are. And thank God Tunnel to Towers is there to fill in the gap and take care of them.
How do people get involved?
The best way to get involved is go to T2T.org and donate.
T2T, that stands for Tunnel to Towers, T2T.org.
And then donate. We have an $11 a month program. And then this is our 25th year. And we would like to get that up to be over 1 million people donating $11 a month this year. So if you can afford that, a cup of coffee at Starbucks every month, just drop that.
Exactly.
And just jump in. We're not asking for much, but if everybody participates and everybody helps, then we can make this so much more successful than we already are. And one thing about Frank Siller is he doesn't stop. He comes in and adds a new program and adds another new program and does different things. And, it's just a phenomenal organization. I've worked a lot of foundations. I've done a lot of work like this in the past and raised money for a lot of foundations, but this one is the best in my opinion.
August 1st, Wings Over the Rockies. It starts at 11 in the morning. And where can they find out more? Is it on the website?
You can go to T2T.org. But if you get there and you bring your family, your friends, whoever you want, we'll have swag. Hats,
and it's free.
It's free. Just come right in. And you'll learn about September 11th that day. And if you get there and you're there at 11, you will see this piece of steel being escorted in to the property. And it's and of course, the museum is spectacular too.
It's a museum, a traveling museum.
Yes. And the museum has stuff artifacts you'll see from September 11th. But even the Wings Over the Rockies is a great museum.
No, I know.
And you get in there for free too. So it's a great thing. And this is put on. It's going all across the country. We're coming from Mount Rushmore a couple days before that and bringing it down here to Denver.
Okay.
This will be one location where we have everything, the museum and the steel at the same spot. Very, very special day put on by Frank Siller and Tunnel.
And we'll have more about it coming up right after this.
Now, impact traffic.
Some usual afternoon slowdowns throughout the metro area. I-25 northbound stop and go into downtown between Alameda and 6th, with slower speeds on southbound I-25 between I-70 and Spear, only on a couple minutes to your commute in either direction. Heading to DIA I-70 eastbound, we're starting to see some backups between I-270 and 225. Nothing out of the ordinary there. On the south end of town, southbound Parker Road, a crash in the right lane at South Lewiston Way. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk podcast. I'm Buzz Knight, and I'm the host of the Taking a Walk podcast. And join me for an upcoming episode with David Duchovny. That's David Duchovny, coming up on the Taking a Walk podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney. What I love about John is he takes your calls directly. If you call right from the start, at the first sign of trouble after an accident and ask to talk to John, you'll talk to him. In fact, if you decide you want to use him, there's no obligation. He gets started on your case on that very first phone call. No red tape, no waiting, no long appointment spans. All you have to do is call 303-597-4500, and they get working immediately to restore you to pre-accident condition and to get back to you everything that you lost. That is his goal. I've known him for years and years, and people love him. You will too. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. Get started immediately. 303-597-4500. Excel Roofing, talking about the beginning. I knew Jay Bretz when he started the company. In fact, his kids and our kids were born close together. I've watched him grow into a wonderful company serving more than 30,000 families. And listen to this. They don't take a cent until you're content. You're never at risk with a company like Excel Roofing as an excellent EXCEL. You can get a roofing price right now if you want on the front page of their website. To find out what your roof will cost, whether it's self-pay or insurance, it's excelroofing.com. And of course, they also do windows and painting and siding. If you want more from Excel, remember, where you don't pay a cent until you're content, call them at 303-761-6400.
Most home sellers get.
Okay, I'm going to finish up with these guys. Yeah. Have you seen Peter lately?
Yeah. I talked to him yesterday. I'm going to help him with this new thing he's starting.
What is that one?
That radio thing.
The internet radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. With Joe?
Joe Oldman, yeah. Do you know Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And he's a character, Joe.
Oh, that's to say the least. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a show on there with him, with Peter.
Have you seen the studio?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's really nice.
Yeah. Joe's got a lot of money. Well, you got a lot of money.
It's all relative. Everybody's got something compared to somebody.
That's true.
Everybody's somewhere. I mean,
yep.
All I'm trying to do is just make my way. You know, I'm not looking to set records. I'm just.
Oh, you've had a good long run, man.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that our conventional media is fizzling out. It really is unfortunate.
It is. It's a loss.
The good old days. I mean, you know, I think there's room for it all, but right now everything is so there's so many podcasts. Oh my God.
Yes. On anything you want.
I know.
Yeah. But look what that Joe Rogan's done. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, matter of fact, I got to meet Peter tomorrow. You know, I did my very first radio show with Peter probably 40 years ago, 35, 40 years ago.
Was it that long?
Yeah. I wasn't even supposed to be on it.
Did you have your store that long?
No. was before I was working at a gun shop in Aurora, and they were doing a live remote, and I just got sent in because back then they had to bring the van and run all the cables, and they had to get in at 3:30, and
I know.
I was the youngest guy with the key, so I got. And that's how I met Peter. And then he brought in Morgan and his daughter, and I taught him to shoot machine guns and stuff.
You know, I'm turning the mics off here. Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. So listen, if you want to do some good, at least check out the free event at Wings Over the Rockies. August 1st, starts 11 in the morning. You'll see a large piece of steel and debris from the museum, and go to t2t.org.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.
Got a lot back, and then the ones you don't get back, you never really had.
I know. Yeah. I know. It's a tough thing, man.